retirement roadmap designed with you and for you. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. As we all know, the best retirement asset is peace of mind. Make 2026 the year you take control with confidence. Schedule your complimentary consultation today at masterplanretire.com. Masterplan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Masterplan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Masterplan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on XTRA 106.3, Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station.
Yep, it seems that some people out there are really afraid to be called racist. I'm not one of them. First of all, I know what the word means. Most people that use it do not. Second of all, I know me better than the name callers, so it just runs off my back.
Atlanta Talk Radio legends are only on XTRA 106.3.
Our YouTube fans, it's magic. It's the Kimmer magic. If you're watching the video, making it move, baby. A little win. Look at this. Can you see it moving a little bit? That's a god. That's just for our video audiences. Kimmer Pete and Kristen for Flounder. And Bob Dylan singing here for you. It was this day in 1991. Bob Dylan was awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 33rd Annual Grammys. Jack Nicholson introduced him. Says here he was starstruck about the whole thing. Bob Dylan, for the accepting the award, wore a purple suit and a fedora. And Bob Dylan said, quote, it's possible to become so defiled in this world that your own mother and father will abandon you. And if that happens, God will always believe in your own ability to mend your own ways. Thank you. What a horrible thing to say. So defiled your parents will leave you abandoned. Oh, my God.
Thing is broken.
Jeez. Little Danny Zimmerman there was a little upset or something there. Wasn't Danny John Zimmerman or what was it?
Robert.
Robert Zimmerman, yeah. Wow.
Damn.
I guess he wanted to disenfranchise himself. Anyway, let's see. Kimmer Pete Kristen for Flounder. And our birthday list includes Patty Hearst. Do you know who Patty Hearst is, Chris?
I've heard the name before.
And you're what, 27? I forgot.
27.
27. Patty Hearst, famous kidnap victim. The Hearst Castle. Have you heard of the Hearst Castle? San Simeon and William Randolph Hearst, the newspaper thing in South California.
No, I have heard of it.
Yeah. Okay. Patty Hearst was kidnapped and then became by the Symbionese Liberation Army. They hid her in a closet and had sex with her and turned her into one of their gangbangers in the Switzerland syndrome. What is it? Stockholm syndrome, whatever. And then she became Tanya and part of a bank robbery, went to prison. Jimmy Carter, I think it was, who pardoned her, and she's out, and Patty Hearst is 72. By the way, let me ask you another. She was a kidnap victim at start. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of Reg Murphy, Chris?
I have not.
Pete Davis, you know Reg Murphy?
Yeah, here in Atlanta, kidnapped.
Yep, and I have a story. about that coming up. Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Flounder. Yes, I do. About Patty Hearst, 72 today. That was our birthday thing. And I have a history thing for you here today, too. This is kind of, I didn't really know this, and I think it's kind of interesting. I hope you do, too. On this day in 1952, The African Queen arrives in theaters. Opened at the Fox Wilshire Theater in Beverly Hills in December 1951 in order to qualify for the 24th Academy Awards. It did not open nationally until this day in 1952. The British-American adventure, The African Queen, starred Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, based on a novel of the same name by John Huston. Originally, the famous director and movie guy. Originally, Bogart's character was supposed to have a British Cockney accent, but he refused to do it, and so the character became Canadian. About half of the film was shot on location in Uganda and the Congo in Africa. The other half was shot within studio water tanks in the United Kingdom because it was deemed too dangerous to do it otherwise. For the rapid scenes, a small model boat was used. The movie African Queen, nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director, Actor, and Screenplay. Hepburn won an Oscar for Best Actress. And it's worth noting, the Jungle Cruise boats at Disneyland were inspired by the tugboat used in the movie African Queen.
And where is that tugboat right now?
That
The
tugboat,
original
I
boat?
think Glenn Beck bought it. I think Glenn Beck probably bought that, and Humphrey Bogart's casket, and Katharine Hepburn's teeth, and I don't know. I can't.
I have seen The African Queen.
You have? Now, it was in Britain. I was probably in Britain. No,
It's
where?
in Key Largo. They sailed it across the Atlantic. Yeah.
Really? I'll be damned. Key Largo at a museum or what? Is it what kind of?
No, it's right there in the water. The last time I saw it, it was in the water.
Does somebody own it, or I mean, whose is it? I wonder?
guess so.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Somebody bought it.
That's pretty cool. Anyway, cool. All right. Kimmer, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I mean, we got a lot of things, a lot of the stuff going on. We'll get all the news here. We'll talk Donald Trump chair stuff, but again, it's Friday. I don't feel like it, frankly. We want to go out in the sun. I mean, it's just freaking beautiful.
It is so gorgeous.
It's got to be 70 degrees. I mean,
it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. A quick sad thing, and I only do it because it just goes to show, I guess it just, when you get to a certain age, things like this have more significance. Eric Dane, the actor from Grey's Anatomy, has passed away from ALS. Eric Dane, 53 years old. And if you know him, if you ever watched Grey's Anatomy, and he was in, Marley and Me, Burlesque, Bad Boys, Ride or Die. He was in HBO's series Euphoria. He was Dr. McSteamy on Grey's Anatomy for several seasons, and he had, and this is incredible. He mentioned in June last year, 8 months ago, whatever. He revealed he started feeling some weakness in his hand. Didn't think anything of it. That was in June last year. In September last year, he was in a wheelchair. And it was hard to speak. He just said, "Keep the faith, man. Keep the faith." From September last year. In December last year, he said, I still have my brain, I still have my speech. And he was on a panel discussion put on by IMALS. And he was going to try to keep acting, and it didn't work. He and his wife called off. They were getting a divorce. They were both dating other people, but they called off the divorce, and she said, "Well, I'm going to do whatever I can to help him. I'm not going to desert him now. He would do the same for me." And he passed away at the age of 53. And again, ALS, the little Gary. You think about these guys. Eric Dane, looked like a, bodybuilding, statue of a guy. Good looking, young, great build. Hell, Lou Gehrig was a worldwide athlete, and both of them, how fragile this life is, just scary. And the poor that's got to be a horrible thing to just know you just can't do it. You can't control anything anymore. Anyway, I feel so anyway, just wanted to pass along our condolences and prayers. If you don't believe in prayer, how about a happy thought for people who are upset by it? Kimmer, Pete, and Kristen for Flounder, 404-741-1230. Donald Trump got rapidly wrapped by the Supreme Court 6-3 against his tariffs. They did not say. Actually, it was a technical thing. And again, I'm not going to do a law thing here. Obviously, it was a technical thing that if he had done it a different way, to use an emergency act, he would have had to have an international emergency economic power syndrome into it. And they said he didn't do it right, but he could have done it a different way. So Donald Trump's going to do it a different way. And he's already said, I'm now announcing a tariff worldwide. Everybody's getting another 10% right here. Here you go. And he's going to do everyone individually now, so nothing's going to change. It's just going to take a while. And, of course, Congress could fix everything by giving him the power by law. But that'll never happen. But they could do it tomorrow. I mean, on Monday, Congress could literally say, okay, here's the law. Boom, you can now have tariffs. But
who's in control of Congress?
Yeah, I remember now, yeah. It doesn't matter. Republic, yes. Republic, yeah. Nobody.
What have they done?
Yeah, nothing.
Have they got the voter ID in
No,
yet?
they got the big, beautiful bill. And ever since then, lawfare, Congress fair,
and
judge fair.
Have you seen any help from that?
No, we haven't done so far. We will, though. We will. They say, well, maybe tax time. They say we're going to get tax breaks and stuff like that. So that's good.
We'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's working on it, and the economy is going to get better, and so we'll see.
I ain't blaming him. I'm blaming the Republicans.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No good.
This never should have happened
Pathetic.
if we hadn't had the freaking turncoats. In fact, who's that guy? Rand Paul from Kentucky said, oh, it's a great decision by the court. Just goes to show we don't have any kings in this country. And by the way, this means the Democrats can't do it either. So it's good for us that they turned down the president. I'm thinking, you freaking high horse. You're hurting America. You're not doing the right thing. For your own ego is not doing the right thing for your country.
I wouldn't mind if Democrats put tariffs up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish they could do it.
Yeah. They could. They would. And why didn't they? I mean, the whole thing, just keep asking them, when you were total control, you didn't do squat.
I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I just finished watching it. It's on Netflix. It's called Death by Lightning. And it's about how President Garfield tried to get basically the port of New York, which was 2/3 of the federal government's revenue, came from the port of New York City.
Yeah,
and he was trying to wrestle it away from basically Grant's people who were all crooks and thieves.
Yeah.
And how they fought him for it. And someone shot him. Probably not over that, but other stuff as well. And the whole thing was no one knows in this country that before an income tax showed up.
Yeah. In 10 or 12.
We weren't taxed for everything.
Yeah, there was no income tax. Everything came from tariffs. They paid us
tariffs.
to take their stuff. That was
just a little big port, but 2/3 of the federal revenue.
Yeah.
Imagine the revenue we could get from every port we have now.
Right. That again, remember, the income tax didn't exist until the 1900s. I mean, like 1910, 20, 15, 21, or 50.
Like that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
There was no income tax.
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah. So, anyway. All right,
and there wasn't a Fed either.
No, that's right. There you go. Yeah, boy, that guy's still got to go. I thought he was out by now. I guess he's going. No, is it September or something? I don't remember anyway. I don't have it. All right, Kevin, Pete, Chris in for Flounder, 346. We have Neil Bortz at 4 o'clock. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us. How's your Friday going? Let her rip, baby. Your show.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at XTRA1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Bortz. And stay connected at the office. That's XTRA1063.com.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru. Now through March 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Gwinnett. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. Whether you're looking to match your adventurous spirit with the 2026 Subaru Outback or land on the reliability of the 2026 Subaru Forester, Subaru of Gwinnett has the perfect fit for your family. You'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. And the 2026 Subaru Legacy is what happens when we put the best of Subaru into a sedan. Plus, every Subaru model comes equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. There's a lot to discover and a lot to love at Subaru of Gwinnett. Come in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Big moments deserve big-time craftsmanship. At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family-owned and operated since 1982 because we know what it means to show up when it counts. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, going through 20 elite artisans before it hits your hands. Not mass-produced, not generic, always personal. And with Solomon Brothers, you get lifetime cleanings, unbeatable financing, and the largest Tacori selection in Georgia. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, where love is in the details and legends are built to last. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs and official jeweler of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Need to sell your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team, exclusive Georgia members of Forbes Global Properties. Learn more at MikeFitzgeraldRealty.com. That's where you'll find Mike Fitzgerald.
February is Heart Health Month, and heart problems don't care what month it is, and everybody knows somebody with a heart issue, a parent, maybe you, maybe me, and you have health insurance, so you're covered, right? And, well, maybe until you see the out-of-pocket costs, insurance doesn't pay. If a heart attack or stroke hits, you're suddenly staring at deductibles and missed paychecks, mortgages due, bills don't take sick days. You don't need a second heart attack from opening the mail. Well, nobody wants to start a GoFundMe either to get back on your feet. That's why our listeners now have added a separate heart and stroke plan. It can pay a lump sum cash benefit on the first covered event up to $75,000 paid directly to you. Benefits vary by plan and eligibility. It's usually affordable. You can call Stephen to get the details. It takes about 2 minutes to check your options. The Health Insurance Doctor, solving problems you don't see coming before they happen. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. Ask about the heart and stroke coverage. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we've forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bank Shares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bank Shares, member FDIC.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
Hey. Key of Life and Stevie. 1977. Winners at the Grammy Awards include Stevie Wonder. Best album with songs in the key of life. Best vocal performance also for I Wish. Best album went to Chicago for Chicago X. And best new artist went to the Starland Vocal Band. Afternoon Delight. Oh, let's go cheating on your husband and get with you. Yeah, it's Afternoon Delight. 1977. That may have been the worst time of music other than like some of the 90s. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, Stevie Wonder. Sorry. Starland Vocal Band. Afternoon Delight. Oh, my God, man. Let's see. Kim Repeat and Chris in for Flounder. Our birthday list includes... want to make another crack. Our birthday list includes Peter Strauss. They call him the king of the miniseries. Peter Strauss, the actor, 79. He was in Rich Man, Poor Man, Cain and Abel, Masada. He'd pop up.
That was a good one, Peter O'Toole.
I tell you what, that Masada, that really got me. It really did. Yeah. And I can't remember what year that was or how old I was or why it struck me so. And I don't know.
That happened well before you were born, Masada.
That silly rabbit. I'm talking about the TV show. And I thought, and it was just so well done. They had the water flowing over the cliffs where the Roman soldiers were going crazy because they were thirsty today. It was a really well done series. And then to find out that they cut their own throats and their babies' throats and their children's throats after saying it's not going to hurt. We have to do this, and they all decided to do it for the. Oh man! Wow. You know, that's a true story. I mean, as far as we know, that's an absolute. Yeah, that's not a.
The Romans documented it.
Yeah. Peter Strauss, 79 years old today, the king of the miniseries.
Who was the other guy in Rich Man, Poor Man who launched his career?
I can't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, he had an even bigger career than Peter Strauss.
Peter Graves or somebody?
No, Nick Nolte.
Wow, I don't. You know, I'm not even sure I saw. I know I've seen part of that series. I never watched that whole series.
I didn't either.
Yeah, but I know I saw a bit of it anyway. And also rather bizarre. Now, by the way, Chris, you have Flounders Funnies ready to go and stuff like that. And Neil Bort's at 4, right? We're all set on that too. Okay. Yep. Anyway, Kristen, once again for Flounder. And on this day in our history note here today, 1839. Congress bans pistol dueling in Washington. This was after Kentucky Congressman William Graves killed the Maine Congressman John Gilley in a duel the previous year. It was silly, rather. Silly had called the New York newspaper editor his coverage of the Congress biased and corrupt. This was an editor named Webb. So Webb said, his friend and political ally said, this guy Graves, I want you to deliver a duel challenge to Silly. When Silly refused to accept the letter, Graves decided the manner in which Silly had rejected the letter was an insult to his honor, so he then challenged Silly to a duel himself. Silly felt honor bound to accept, but then Silly got shot in the femoral artery during the duel and bled to death in a couple of minutes. That was in 1838. In 1804, Vice President Aaron Burr, you'll recall, killed former Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton in a duel in 1804. And in 1806, future President Andrew Jackson killed Charles Dickinson in a duel. In 1842, future President Abraham Lincoln was challenged to a duel, but it was called off at the last minute, and the two became friends. And if I recall, wasn't that when Abe Lincoln said, I'll do the duel, but I get to pick the weapons, and it'll be like an 8-foot board, or it'll be a rail from a fence, and the other guy couldn't have, his arm length was like 8 times the other guy, and he said, oh, forget it. I think that's a true story. I think it really is a true story.
And the Burr thing, read Gore Vidal's Burr. It explains a lot that went on behind it.
You know, the other day, History.com had a story about that thing, and it went on and on and on. I was going to use it as a history thing, but it was just so long. But really, if you really ought to look at the story of the dueling, but Alexander Hamilton, these guys are the founders. I mean, these guys were the people. Anyway, amazing the way history and dueling. And by the way, in fact, that one was that Alexander Hamilton fired deliberately offline so he wouldn't get hit, and then got shot, but the other guy tried to kill him. If I'm not mistaken.
Burr shot him.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, 3:56. Oh, by the way, check this out on Donald Trump. He's now giving sort of backhanded praise to the liberal trios on the Supreme Court who tried to hurt him. He said the Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they'll automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress, automatic no. They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great. They're also, frankly, a disgrace to our nation. Those justices, they're an automatic no. No matter how good a case you have, it's a no. You can't knock their loyalty, though. It's one thing you can do with some of those people. He actually praised them for their loyalty. Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and Ketanji Bippity Boppity Boo. Trump praised the 3 conservatives who dissented, Justice Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh, for their strength and wisdom. Kavanaugh authored a main dissent. Presidents have commonly imposed tariffs to regulate imports, like they did for our entire freaking history. And now it's different. Anyway, Chris, little Flounder's funny here, sir. Well, one more wackaroony here. What, you guys hold something there, probably?
What? It wasn't that long ago. There was always tickets available for one of my shows. Oh, honestly, I remember the first time I headlined at a comedy club just outside of San Diego. What a big deal that was. I got to go on a flight, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm flying for comedy, And I showed up, and I remember the owner of the comedy club picked me up at the hotel, and while he's driving me to the show, he's not even saying anything to me, which is weird. He was fun on the phone, but in person, he's just all tight, and I was like, what's up, man? Not saying nothing. And then he pulled into a pizza place, just didn't say a word to me, pulled into a pizza place, left the car, came back with a giant stack of pizzas, and just dropped them on my lap. And now it's hot, and they're hot. They're burning my thighs. And I just remember looking at him going, what's up with all the pizzas? And he's like, ticket sales for your show are really light. So I made a Facebook post that said there's free pizza for anyone that comes to your show tonight.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you ever experienced like that, something like that, where like your own failures are burning your thighs. But it's a very direct feeling, you know? You're like, I deserve this. Sizzle, sizzle, you know?
Who's that there, Chris?
Zoltan Kazas.
I'm sorry, once again?
Zoltan Kazas.
Voltan Kazas.
Zoltan.
Voltan. Excellent.
It's a Serbian name. It's somewhere Yugoslavia.
No offense.
Zoltan. I knew a Zoltan in San Diego.
Did you? I remember
not happy people.
Wasn't Zoltan the name of that machine in the movie Big or one of those things? Wasn't that Zoltan who gave the ticket and made him turn into Big, become little?
It
was Zoltan.
I believe it was Zoltan.
Oh my God! How would I remember that out of the crap in my head? I remember Zoltan, the machine, the ticket give the fortune teller. Oh, anyway. Anyway, Kevin, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder. Let It Rip Friday, 404-741-1230, 1230 if you'd like to join us. And why not? It's a beautiful day, and it's Friday, and we got the weekend. And
gorgeous.
How's it going? It's gorgeous out there. All right, look out. Here we go. Look out. And Neil Bortz.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
A big ruling that might change little for now. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. The president vowing to press on with tariffs after his use of an Emergency Powers Act was struck down.
President Trump says the Supreme Court's 6-3 ruling against his use of emergency tariffs is deeply disappointing.
And I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
The president accused justices of being swayed by foreign influence. President Trump also says he'll now use alternatives to impose tariffs.
Could be more money. We'll take in more money, and we'll be a lot stronger for it. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. We'll continue to do so.
The president has credited his tariff policy for securing new trade deals, some of which President Trump says may now need to be redone.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Today's ruling did not address potential refunds.
The Liberty Justice Center, which filed suit against the Trump administration over the emergency tariffs, said in a statement these tariffs devastated small businesses. They say they will now help those businesses navigate a refund process, including by creating a database and information portal to connect these businesses with attorneys to help them pursue claims.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom says every dollar unlawfully taken must be refunded immediately with interest, adding cough it up. But again, refund claims could also be headed to court. A federal crackdown in the trucking industry expands again. The transportation secretary says all truckers and bus drivers will have to take tests for a commercial license in English. In many states right now, drivers have to demonstrate English proficiency, but can take the test in other languages. A push to improve safety has been driven by crashes involving commercial drivers who are in the U.S. illegally. Stocks finish higher. The Dow up 230 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
You know, one of the most rewarding parts of sharing Relief Factor with you is hearing real stories like Sandra. She wrote into me. She said, Glenn, I've been hearing about Relief Factor on your radio show for a couple of years. I finally decided to try it because nothing else was helping with my back pain. With the 3-week quick start, I went for it. I feel like a new person. Sandra's own words, and it's gratifying to hear. Thank you, Sandra. When I read stories like this, I remember how I was starting to lose hope, and it feels good to help people all over America live pain-free again. It was created by doctors. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free product using 4 key ingredients that supports the body's natural inflammatory response. And hundreds of thousands of people have ordered Relief Factor, and like Sandra and me, over 2/3 of these people go on to order more month after month. So try it yourself. The 3-week quick start. See how Relief Factor could be a game changer for you as well. Call the number 800-4-RELIEF, 1-800-4-RELIEF, or go to relieffactor.com. Don't wait any longer. Get out of pain today.
Oh, here we go. Look out, it's only me. It's only the camera with Pete Davis and Christopher Flounder and Neil Bortz. It's Neil Bortz, parts unknown. Happy Friday, Neil. How's it going? What's up?
Well, not a lot.
Really? Well, that's all right. Beautiful day here.
Actually on the Space Coast right now.
Oh, no kidding. Space Coast, excellent. Are you looking at the launch pad area, or what are you doing?
Well, I can't see it from here, but yeah, that area.
Yeah, I've driven through. I've never stopped there, but I've driven through it many times when I used to live down in Palm Beach Gardens.
You know, Donna, the Queen, at one time, her office was in the Vehicle Assembly Building.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. That's pretty cool.
And it used to be, this is before 9/11, I'd be flying my little bitty airplane between Atlanta and Naples, and sometimes I'd go down the East Coast, and you could call the tower at Cape Canaveral and ask to do I forget what they flight at, Mooney, blah, 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 requesting the space flight. And they would let you fly down the shuttle runway.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, your wheels had better not touch the ground.
Yeah.
But you could fly right down that shuttle runway. And I always thought that was a pretty cool thing to do if I had a passenger with me that had never seen that area.
I would think so. Reminds me, we used to do motorcycle rally or charity rides, and one year they made the mistake of allowing us to have a motorcycle ride down the runway at Dobbins, and they said, well, now of course we're going to keep it low, like at 30 miles an hour. Everybody, we got to the beginning of the runway, everybody nailed it. So you got guys doing wheelies like 80 miles an hour down the runway.
Yeah. What are they going to do?
They only did it once. We wouldn't let us back again because I don't think maybe one more. I don't remember, but it was really pretty
were you
funny.
part of that crowd?
Yeah, you're damn right I was. I was on my Harley, man.
Did you do wheelies?
No, I never did a wheelie. Never would want to either. Never.
I never laid a motorcycle down.
Oh, I did.
and I never did a wheelie.
No, that's risky. That's stupid.
Yeah, why do? By the way, it's Zoltar.
So not Zoltan, Zoltar. Well, okay, close.
Yeah, he is a guy. He in the turban and what have you.
Yeah. Spits out the ticket thing.
I think he was Muslim.
I love it. Yeah,
good old Zoltar.
Well,
I don't know. Did I mention this last week about the Pit?
The Pit.
TV show.
The TV show, The Pit. I think. Someone has been talking about it. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and tell us about The Pit.
Well, I don't want to repeat it.
No. If I don't remember it, then you didn't do it.
But I must not. They have.
You probably did it in the morning show. I bet it was on a Tuesday morning show.
Yeah,
but that's right. That's where I heard it.
But they have all sorts of medical emergencies in this emergency.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best show on TV 2 years running, getting the Emmy Award.
Doctor Emergency Room theme, basically.
All emergency room, and it's absolutely incredible. It's
great rating, great reviews.
So they wheeled a guy in on a gurney the other day in one episode I just watched, and I'm running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
They wheeled a guy in on a gurney suffering from priapism.
Oh, yeah. I do recall that.
Yeah. And I mean, it was sticking up and waving like a mast on a sailboat.
That's where you need a nurse give that little finger flick thing they do.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
Yeah,
I had no personal experience.
Right. I remember now.
But you never know what they're going to do next year.
No, goodness. I don't have that app. I got to get that app.
Yeah. Hey, listen, my wife has been predicting this for a long time.
All right, sir.
But is it possible now with the arrest of Andrew that the Royals are pretty much toast in Great Britain?
Well, that's a lot of people in Britain, including I mentioned yesterday that Pete, who's the guy again? The British broadcaster
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he said this could be the most serious blow to the beginning of the end of what really is now the royal family.
Yeah, well, now, you know, the last time they arrested a royal, he ended up being beheaded.
Yeah, it was 400 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's like, I mean, they're not letting this go. I mean, and by the way, I understand now that one of the key ingredients of this whole thing may be that if Andrew gets called to court, which if they actually continue this, he may want to call his brother the freaking king, because apparently the king was involved in negotiations to try to get rid of the whole thing, and apparently he knew more that was going on, and he didn't do anything about it. So if he has to call the king, they're going to have to cancel the whole thing.
After Queen Elizabeth, I mean, that's a tough crown to wear.
Yeah,
after Queen, because she was such a class. But Charles, I've never liked him.
He's a scumbag. He's a killer.
Well, I'm very suspicious of people that have both eyes on one side of their nose.
He killed that princess. It's his, and he cheated on her from the first day with that side piece. He had his whole freaking life while she cheated on her husband. What a bunch of scumbags. Seriously.
Well, you're
no
having
character.
trouble.
No, seriously. I mean, what a filthy, rotten, entitled, just inbred slime bag. The whole freaking family.
Kimmer.
Jeez.
Kimmer, you need
hold on.
hold on.
Hey, baby, you have a great day, sweetie. Oh, you got your armband? Oh, look at you. All right, go time, babe. That's my girl. I'm sorry, I have to say goodbye.
Yeah, no, that's Kimmer saying goodbye to some sales weasel.
Yes, it is. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well,
if she lets me call her baby, and I'm keeping her.
Afternoon delight.
Starland Vocal Band.
Well, now I give this about a 80% credibility because my memory could be failing here.
All right.
But we had an assistant producer for the Bort Show over at SB for a while that was a keyboardist for the Starland Vocal Band.
I don't think I knew that.
No, wait a minute.
Really?
No, he was the one on the piano and a bitty bitty boop, bitty 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 boop, bitty bitty.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll be darned.
Yeah. And
they used to have the guy we worked with when I did Saturday mornings years and years ago in the 70s. The guy who was in the Elvis band. The Elvis and the Troubadours. What do they call them? Elvis and the Volunteers?
Jordanaires.
Jordanaires. One of the Jordanaires worked there many years.
Do you play any instruments besides the flute?
Yeah, I don't play the flute. I was the first chair trombone in the all-state band, mister.
Were you really?
Yes, I was.
I couldn't play the triangle.
Well, my parents made us play an instrument. That's back in the old days. Every kid, 5 of us had to take an instrument.
You know, well, my sister tried to take piano lessons, and she hated it. But when she wasn't sitting at the piano, I would be, and I was having a grand time. But she quit the piano lessons, and my father sold the piano. I was upset, but he said, "Oh, that's so gay." Actually, the word gay wasn't around there. That's so queer.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't get a chance to learn really how to play the piano.
Yeah. Well, I never was a piano guy. Although later in my life, in fact, I still think about once in a while buying a keyboard and just learning to play to keep my mind fresh, to use mathematics in your fingers and.
Well, everything happens for a reason, Kimmer.
Yeah.
And if I'd have learned how to play, for instance, the guitar or something, it probably really would have attracted the babes, and I wouldn't have had to wait to college to get the second bass.
Yeah, like me.
That's true. By the way, didn't you love those? I wonder where you can get one now. The T-shirts that were being worn by activists in support of breast cancer research, and the T-shirt said "Save second base."
I don't think I've seen that one. Pretty cool.
No, I just thought those were great.
Pretty cool. I tried playing the guitar once. I took lessons from a kid at Tulane University, and he tried to teach me how to play flamenco guitar. And it was actually, it was really, I mean, I didn't have the time to keep doing it if I'd kept doing it. But for a while, for like a month or 6 or 8 weeks, I took lessons playing the flamenco guitar. It was pretty cool. But it's very hard to do for a long time.
Okay, well, now that we've established that I did talk to you about priapism, what about this aid to Mamdani in New York that wants a law passed making...
they're asking for it. What did they think is going to happen? Threatening more property taxes and billionaire taxes? Oh, my God. I mean, holy smokes.
Well, this
idiots.
guy wants to make it illegal if you're a business owner to move your business out of New York City.
Yeah. If you own a company and you're losing money because of his tax and everything else, you will not be allowed to stop running your business. I guess it's either you. I guess you'd have to fold.
How is that not exactly like the Berlin Wall?
Yeah, well, it's fascism. You know, isn't fascism where they say, well, you can have your business, but we're going to control it for you. You know, that's fascism. That's what this guy's doing.
Yeah. Okay. Socialism is public or government ownership of the means of production.
Right.
Fascism is private ownership of the means of production with excessive government control.
Yeah, they tell you how you run your business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of course,
that's what he's doing in New York.
These leftist progressive idiots out there that everybody's a fascist and everything is racist. God, I'm tired.
They got it backwards.
I'm so tired of people using, oh, he's racist.
Yeah.
And this Sonny Hostin, what's her last name?
Oh, Hostin, I think it is, yeah.
Oh, could you, if I was the last man on earth and she was the last woman, I'd demand a damn recount.
Well, I'd go ahead and, take one for the team, I'd let her take a ride on the old Kimmer boat of love, something.
What? The Kimmer what? You did tell me you said boat.
I think so. Let's not look at the replay. In fact, Chris, just edit that part out for tonight, okay? There you go. Chris is still in there. Here you go.
Kill that, would you?
Yeah, we don't want to have that said again.
And by the way, in all seriousness,
yes.
There goes another Prevost bus by. And look at that gorgeous
Prevost. I don't know what that is. Is that a brand?
Yeah. Those are the buses.
Like tour buses and stuff?
Yeah, it's the ones we drive. The motor coaches.
There you go.
Did you see that article, that crash that happened in Louisiana? Interstate 12.
I don't think so.
Outside of Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Red Stick.
Yeah.
And a family, or I don't know if it was a family, 3 people in a little white car got on the interstate going the wrong way.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And they went head-on into a Prevost motor coach, which is what the Bortz bus is.
To go right through it? Bus go right through the car?
No, well, yeah.
Yeah.
3 people dead in the car, and the passengers, a man and wife in the Prevost, just opened the door and walked out.
Yeah. Oh, man, brutal.
Yeah. I mean, I tell people, they're expensive, and they're never going to be worth it if you don't get into a horrible crash.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do. I almost. Well, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to have that. We wanted to have one of those big tour bus things that you could live in if you needed to, and you could take long vacation like you do and drive around the country and stuff like that.
See, he beeped at me.
He beeped? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. I heard the beep.
Yeah. Oh. So, well, they're a lot, and I meet such incredible, wonderful people. And then some that are a little weird.
Well, I think you're probably in America.
In a serious sense, I don't know if you've discussed this on the Nancy Guthrie situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to give voice to what I really believe the situation is right now, but has it ever been firmly established in any way that she was actually kidnapped?
No, it's not even established that she's alive. Or anything. It looks like, obviously, a kidnapping. But as far as... Now, obviously, they're not telling us everything. But I don't know why this hasn't progressed unless she's dead. And they can't figure out what to do and how to get away with it.
I just can't bring myself to say that.
Well, how could they... It's been 3 weeks for tomorrow or something, I think. And doesn't have her medicine, 84 years old, infirm. And all of a sudden, she's gone in the middle of the night.
And now they're saying, the sheriff, she might have been taken across the border into Mexico.
Well, she would have to have been put in a nursing home or a hospital, someone taking care of her for 3 weeks. Where has she been all this time? How could she be surviving in someone's closet or a basement? I mean, please.
I know. It's a horrible.
It's horrible. And how are they going to get away with it? I mean, did they get them? How could they make the swap? How are they going to ever find her? I mean, I don't know how you do a kidnapping. I don't know.
I'm very, very familiar with that area of Tucson, because Dawn and I are frequent visitors to Tucson.
My grandmother lived there. I used to visit her and Grandpa down there. Yeah.
And it's not too far away from our favorite restaurant, the Hacienda del Sol.
Really?
And it's gorgeous. And I just nothing that's been released in the news has ever sounded correct to me about that.
Well, I don't get any of it. I'm totally perplexed. And I'm only hoping that there's a lot more that they're doing that we know of, and we should not know. We don't want to. And like Donald Trump said, why the hell would the sheriff announce or something that they're using low-flying aircraft to find the beat of her pacemaker or something? He said, why would you say that? That means they're going to kill her to shut it off or whatever. Anyway, so the whole thing is just a mess.
Good point. Yeah. Kimber just engaged brain.
Well, I mean, seriously, it's just what an idiotic. They shouldn't be saying anything. And why the kidnappers went to the TV station first and didn't keep it private with the family. Again, the whole from the very beginning, I didn't understand any of it.
I just have very, very bad feelings about the eventual outcome of this.
Well, we're praying for her, but I don't. They must have. Who's going to be taking care of her?
But going from really bad feelings to really good feelings.
Yes, please.
Don't you get the idea that the trans fad is probably run its course by now?
Actually, Neil, I tell you what, I was hoping that might be the truth, and unfortunately, coming up later today, I have a story about how tranny groups are now calling for more trannies to arm themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And tranny groups are now swelling in popularity of guns and shooting ranges and shooting lessons. The Pink Pistols of Pittsburgh, tranny group, Armed Queers Don't Get Bashed. Arm yourself. If you're a tranny queer, make sure you have enough weapons. The entire gender transition industry must be forcibly shut down immediately.
Kimber, all of that sounds like the death throes of the trans movement.
Well, it's the damn Democrats are doing the whole thing. The liberals have caused all of this from the very beginning. The trannies are not a threat. Nobody's going after trannies. Who's going after trannies?
You're not supposed to say trannies.
No, I'm serious. They're discriminating against us. They're coming after us. They're going to kill us. We have to be armed. What are you talking about? Nobody cares about you. Forget it. Just do your thing. Wear a dress and leave me alone. Nobody's going after you.
And stay out of the restroom when my daughter's in there.
Children. Keep your thing with the children away. No, you don't get to go to schools and have tranny, learning sessions for fifth graders, okay? But other than that, nobody's after you. I feel sorry for you, but I don't hate you as a human being. I feel bad for you. It must be a nightmare.
I do too, but no sane jury would ever convict a man for cold cocking a trans that tried to get into the bathroom while his daughter was in there.
Absolutely. And let me ask another thing. How is it possible that a tranny can get a gun? I thought trannyism was a mental illness.
Well,
you can't give a gun to a guy with a mental illness.
I know, but they won't classify it as a mental illness.
Well, there must be some way to find out.
Gender dysphoria, but I think the shrinks have this list of what's a bona fide mental illness, and being trans, that's not one of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I ran a gun shop and some guy with a beard and a freaking dress and high heels and talked like this, and said, yeah, I want to buy 7 AK-47s because I'm afraid that you racist will be coming after me one day, I'd say, I don't think so.
I'm being invaded right now.
Oh, with what? More buses?
No. I mean, can I relate to the entire city?
Please.
That I have now been invaded by a bunch of IT people that are trying to correct a problem with my TV.
Oh, they're in your van. You're in your house now, or your boss?
Yeah, they just walked in.
Well,
they didn't know they were walking into a radio studio. For God's sakes,
Oh my goodness. Well,
no, you guys, you can stay. Just don't. Just clean up your language.
No, let them talk like they normally do.
Oh, you don't want to hear how they normally talk.
It's all good.
Okay, and I got some other things.
Yeah.
I got some other things.
Please do.
Because you were talking about Democrats. I mean, what can you say about the party that gave us AOC, who doesn't know that Argentina...
Oh, my God. How funny was that?
Venezuela is north of the equator.
Yeah, well, frankly, I don't, geography tests are not the thing that bothers me about that. But the fact that she didn't even have an answer. I mean, how is it possible? She represents America at an international conference in Germany, and she doesn't know the basic answer to a basic question that she must have known was going to come up. I mean, what a disgrace. Lazy, entitled bimbo.
But people would vote for her.
Oh, they will? Yeah?
Yeah. Hey, tech guys, you're not going to interrupt my feed on the... No, you won't? Okay, they're not.
That's well, okay.
I'm hooked into... I'm on Starlink. You're coming to you with Starlink.
Well, that's Mr. Musk. Excellent.
Yeah, only not quite the money.
Well, I know you're working on it. I think you're close.
No, I've earned all I'm going to earn. except for the paltry.
Yeah, so have I, unfortunately. That's the bad news.
Okay, I got a new hero,
right.
Xavier De Rousseau.
I don't know that name.
He was back Black Lives Matter.
He was in Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, he was a big Black Lives Matter guy.
Did he come clean now, finally, or what?
Well, now he is promoting mass incarceration.
Of Black Lives Matter or of white people?
Of just criminals.
Oh, well.
He said, I'm just sick to death of all of this. Just take them all and jam them into prisons.
Wow.
You know, instead of all these detention centers for illegals, turn them into prisons, take people convicted of violent crimes, jam them in there, and keep them in there until they're harmless.
Yeah. Well, now, is he going to give the money back? I mean, all the Black Lives Matter. Are they going to give back all the billions of dollars?
No, that was the BLM chicks that bought the mansions. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah, they're the ones that.
Yeah, but I was thinking about.
And I don't even my watch. I don't have an Apple Watch charger here, so I'm kind of messed up on that.
I can't find my list of the companies that gave all those millions of dollars to Black Lives Matter, and I was going to out them again here. Just to, here we go. Here we go. Pledges Black Lives Matter. Amazon 10 million. B of A 1.2 million. Microsoft 50 million. Walmart 100 million. PayPal $530 million for black businesses. Cisco 5 million. Etsy 1 million. Grubhub 1 million. Peloton 100 million to fight equity. Uber, Comcast $100 million over 3 years.
What about Amazon?
Amazon right at the beginning, $10 million. Amazon.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Do you know that Amazon is now bigger than Walmart?
I believe. I believe it.
Amazon has more higher gross sales than Walmart. They just in the last report that came out Tuesday of this week, Amazon now is economically stronger than. Well, I mean, come on, Kimmer. That guy started in his garage.
I know.
Selling books online.
Yeah, God bless America. And now, you go to the store, and on those little wheels, they have Amazon gift cards. I bought a bunch of them for people who love those things, That's why it's unbelievable.
This guy eventually made enough money to have his eye fixed.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
If it had been fixed earlier, he wouldn't be tied up with that gal.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she's not. I mean, she's.
No, she happened before he had his eyes fixed.
Well, I guess probably.
So by the time he could look, he looked at her and said, "Oh my God!" But it was too late to do anything about it.
Yeah. Well. That's cold, man.
Huh?
No, it's good. I don't know. I think she's kind of skanky as far as I'm concerned, but I shouldn't judge
her
her
lips.
guys.
I mean, she's got the lips. She looks like a toilet plunger.
Well,
just
the old toilet plunger face, yeah.
Just. The old golf ball and water hose thing? There you go.
Absolutely. Well, talents vary from person to person. So
okay, but I am serious.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes. And I really like the idea of just extended. I mean, I don't know that we can build enough prison space. But just jam these people in there and let them rot. I'm so tired of these subway shovers and the
psychos. I mean, this all started back. Was it Reagan? They forced to empty the insane asylums, basically.
I don't know.
I forgot. I think it might have been under Reagan, where all of a sudden the public was one of these leftist things where they're saying it's not fair to keep people in an insane asylum when they really ought to be freed. And so they emptied all the insane asylum, all the mental health hospitals, people held against their will, kind of thing. And here we go. And now I don't think people are put away anymore. These guys in the subway, they get out of jail and they go and slice somebody's throat, and they still get out.
Like Milledgeville.
Yeah.
And it's just not right to lock them up. The hell it isn't.
Well,
And now you got I'm not guilty by reason of insanity. Yeah, okay. Well, you're driving me crazy, so. Oh, I don't.
That's all right, Neil.
What am I doing?
What's up for you this weekend? You're driving around or playing golf?
No. As a matter of fact, this little rally we're having on the Space Coast.
Oh.
Now get this.
Yeah.
Guess this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, a whole group of us, and we've had to sign all sorts of waivers. We're gonna go somewhere, and they're gonna give us AR-15s.
Oh, really?
and we're gonna do shoot houses.
You mean like cops do? Are you training to shoot a guy in a window if he's a bad guy?
Well, you you
oh my
go
God.
in there. You're clearing the house. Now, the house is completely surrounded by a big dirt berm.
Yeah, it would have to be. Bullets fly.
So nothing can get out. And you go in there, and, they'll have a guy standing over there, and he's holding a glass of wine. You don't want to shoot him.
Yeah, shoot the wine. Just scare him.
But then the next time you come through there, he might be holding a Glock. That time you can shoot him.
There you are. Cool.
And then I've done that before. I got trained by some of the best. But that's shoot houses are fun. They put TVs in there, so finally you can shoot up a TV.
So you're doing it with AK-47s?
No, AR-15s.
AR-15. Well, okay.
Did I say AK?
Well, AR-15 is a pretty serious rifle. That's it's a amazing. Well, I got one in my closet.
I do too. Who made yours?
Oh God, I don't remember. I don't remember. I got an AK-47 too, and I can't remember. That was an expensive one. I can't remember what brand it was.
Was it Daniel Defense?
I don't think so.
Daniel Defense is in Metter. If you drive Interstate 16 from Macon into Savannah, you'll see on the way on the left that big ass building. It's where by the way they make the big ass fans.
I think I've driven that. I think I've driven that route.
And there it is on the left of the expressway, Daniel Defense.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of it. I know of it. I bet I've driven that route. No, it wasn't by them. I don't recall.
Yeah, but
anyway,
boy, what a lot of fun to shoot.
Oh, that's gonna be unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna you take these bus drivers seriously, Kimmer.
Trust me, I would be very careful myself.
Yeah, I mean. But anyway, so that's tomorrow, and tonight we have an event where a bunch of Nashville songwriters
really
they're gonna sit on the stage and they're gonna talk about the various country and western songs they've written. And I've been to that show. I did that once in Nashville, and one of the songwriters up there said, "I've written so many songs, and only one of them has been remembered through the ages."
Yeah.
And it goes like this, and he starts singing, "Red Solo Cup, I fill you up."
Red Solo Cup. Oh, that's pretty cool. That probably paid for a few things over the years, I'll bet you.
Yeah, and we have fun, and everybody has their dogs, and I don't have a dog.
Yeah. I miss my doggies.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. Well, I play with other people's horses and the barn kitty cats every weekend, so I got that looking forward tomorrow.
I mean, if anything's ever going to chase me out of a high-rise back into a single-family home, it's going to be so I could get a large dog.
There you go. Or more than one, even.
I'm looking at about 4 of them right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Neil Bortz, I hear the music in the background.
It's always fun.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad. Believe me, I wish you could run 4 to 6. I'm gonna go to Mr. Dickey and suggest a 4 to 6.
I wish you just shut that
up. Good point, Neil Bortz.
I sure am glad the battery on my little Comrex held up.
Well, and you got your IT guys there and everything, so you're gonna.
Oh, they're very impressed. They want to come back in and look at this.
There you go. All right. Well, hugs to your sweet lady, and safe and have a great time, and be careful out there. Neil Bortz.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. 431. Kimber Pete and Christopher Flounder and Neil Bortz on Let It Rip Friday 106.3. How you doing? There we go.
Shopping the new 2026 Toyota Camry? Well, here's the smartest way to do it. Get the Camry you want and get it from the dealership that protects your purchase. Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. And you can buy with confidence because Marietta Toyota is a BBB A+ rated business, and we're rated 4.6 stars on Google with over 11,000 reviews. Right now, we've got a strong Camry inventory arriving daily, so you can choose the trim and color that you want while selection is at its best. Special APR is available on the new 2026 Camry, 4.99% APR for 72 months. Well-qualified buyers. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 3/2/26. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagen was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagen, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagen. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagen-law.com.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall, Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Are you paying too much in taxes? Most people are, and they don't even realize it. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Every year, hardworking individuals and business owners send more money to the IRS than they legally have to. I hate to see it. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the tax code is complex. It's always changing, and it's full of opportunities most people never hear about. So here's the real question. Could you be paying less in taxes? With the right strategy, many people can. Through smarter planning, overlooked deductions, and better retirement and income decisions, you can win in retirement. That's why we're offering a complimentary tax analysis. No cost, no obligation, just a clear look at where you may be overpaying and what you can do about it. Stop guessing, get answers. Call Nicholas Wealth Management 678-990-8500, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Hey, check this out. How about up to $200 just for going to the doctor? Nah, not a reimbursement, not a discount, money paid directly to you. When was the last time your health insurance did that? Yeah, most plans do the opposite. As you know, you pay every month and then you get hit with a deductible and the bills start to show up. That's not insurance, that's a subscription. If you're afraid to use your health insurance, you don't really have insurance, do you? You really have more like a bill waiting to happen. There are some plans, though. Check this out. Structured differently, they can pay you up to $200 per visit. Cash benefits paid right to you. Here's what gets attention. Some people are leaving marketplace plans, saving up to 60% a month. No open enrollment, no waiting, available year-round. If you're paying too much or avoiding the doctor because of your cost of the darn thing, call my friend Steven, the health insurance doctor I've been talking about. In 10 minutes, you'll know if you're overpaying. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net. The right plan pays you to go to the doctor. HealthInsuranceDoctor.net.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. The big question for many of our listeners as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? Sean, how do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Great question. There's a lot of different aspects to this, but the biggest thing is looking at risk. Look, there's a lot of different risks to your money, like market risk. There's healthcare costs, inflation, and taxes. All those need to be accounted for. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Am I going to outlive my money? Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount that you saved. Get an analysis of your situation to help you get that clarity that you need.
Tell us about the offer you have for listeners.
if you're worried about if you'll be okay for retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I'm talking about, do you have a retirement plan? Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit, and you can get that by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped me put this thing together just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters from everything from investments to Social Security, income planning, and has other guides that go along with it as well, with some checklists in regards to all those different strategies and topics as well. So if you want to get that information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy framework today. Like Sean said, just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Georgia politicians, if you want to win your election, the path to victory runs through XTRA 106.3. Extra listeners are some of the most engaged, active in their communities, and outspoken on their beliefs, especially when it comes time to vote. Tell the candidate you're voting for that if they want to win, the path to victory runs through XTRA 106.3 FM. Just email sales at XTRA1063.com to get involved. That's sales at XTRA 106.3.com.
All right, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis. Chris in for Flounder. 439. Here's the number. 404-741-1230. 1230. Kiss, 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 1976. All four members of Kiss had their footprints implanted on the pavement outside Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, 1976. Phone calls take priority. Robbie, you're on the radio, man. Happy Friday. Robbie, what's going on?
Man, I just got to try not to start laughing on this. This is honest to God true story. We was camping one time, sitting around the campfire, and a 75-year-old retired doctor come over and sat down with us.
Yeah.
And my wife's a nurse. I've heard every story in the book. And he says, I've got one to beat anything. He said one time it'd been a long day, and he was knocking the patients out. And the nurse says, we have a woman with a bad stool irritation, and she's already set up in this room. And he said, I opened the door, and I said, well, let me look down here. And said, she's in the stirrups, and had the sheet over. And he said, I flipped back the sheet, and I went, oh, my. It was a he. He said, I prescribed him some vaginal irritation cream and left the room. He said those nurses kidded him about that to the day he retired.
I'll bet. Yeah, that had to be kind of a surprise. You know, the phrase feet in the stirrups to me is just, you know, if we're talking about Western horseback riding or something, that's one thing, but...
Can you imagine
no,
that?
I can't. Robbie, thanks, man. Have a wonderful weekend, sir. 440, Kim repeating, Chris in for Flounder. And our birthday listening, my wife, Hoppo. I call her Hoppo, it's her nickname. My wife, Hoppo. Birthday tomorrow. And I'm sure she and her loving husband and the family all together will be celebrating, having a good time. I'll be seeing her at the end of March on the beach. And her husband and stuff like that. Anyway, so Hoppo, happy birthday tomorrow. Also, today's birthdays include Buffy St. Marie. If you're, in fact, Chris, have you ever heard of the name Buffy St. Marie?
I have not.
She's an old folk song singer. She's a boy. A lot of vibrato kind of thing. Very, very well known for those of a certain age like me. Buffy St. Marie, back in the day of Judy Collins and Joan Baez and things like that. Buffy St. Marie, fairly well known. She is of Indian heritage. Buffy St. Marie is 85. She has a son. Her son's name is Dakota Star Blanket Wolfchild. All right, sir. Dakota Star.
Canadian, wasn't she?
Yep, Canadian Indian tribe. And there was a specific one that I don't remember the name of, but I looked it up. And on this day in history, hold on a second, this was bizarre. They didn't mess around in the old days. If you got something wrong, you paid for it. On this day in 1524, German mathematician and astronomer Johann Stoeffler predicted a worldwide flood would occur on this date in 1524. He chose this date due to the numerous planetary conjunctions that would occur in the sign of Pisces, the sign of water. As the designated day approached, 20,000 Londoners left their homes and headed for higher ground. Count von Ingelheim had built a 3-story ark for the occasion. When it started to rain, riots broke out among those trying to get a seat on his ark. Hundreds were killed, and the Count was stoned to death. Stoffler later recalculated his date and said, "Oh, did I say this year? No, it's 1528. 4 years, sorry." God, the hundreds died, and they stoned the guy who owned the ark.
Never
Jeez.
mind.
Sorry. That was a carry the two. Oh, crap, damn.
Damn typos.
Crap. It was a smudge on the parchment paper, and I misread the mathematical.
That damn Gutenberg and his printer.
Freaking, blueberry ink. I wrote a letter to my mother once when I was in Boy Scout Camp Jamboree in the Adirondack Mountains when I was like 12 years old, doing merit badge crap with building freaking campfires and stuff. And I actually wrote a letter to my mother using blueberries as ink on birch bark from a tree.
Why'd you mail it? Did Fred Flintstone come by?
No.
Pick it up in his little...
No, I saved it. I couldn't mail it, but I actually wrote a letter and saved it to my parents and my family while I was in the Adirondacks. Boy, oh my God, what a memory. That was like 1956 or something. 58 maybe. I don't know. Anyway, 444, Kimmer Pete. And, by the way, speaking of numbers, I got a number thing. Check this out. I just, this morning, I posted this on Facebook. And I posted a picture of darkness and a little teeny clock on my nightstand, and the bright red numbers of my bedtime clock read 333. Now, if you'll recall, the last couple of days, I've told you about how I frequently wake up in the morning. I wake up at least twice a night. At least twice a night. And so to go to hit the head, stuff like that. So I wake up, and more times than I could even possibly believe, I'll look at the clock, and it's 2:22, 3:33, or 4:44. And this morning it was 3:33, and I posted it on Facebook. And let me tell you some of the reactions I got to posting 3:33 from this morning. And if I could only find them now, I'd be very happy to share them with you. Oh, come on, you stinking rotten. Here we go. No, that's not it. Oh, crap. Here we go. 333, what does this mean? Methuselah says you need more sleep. Pauline, that's similar to me, except I'm always waking up at 2:22 and look at the clock, meaning to look into it, but I keep forgetting. Jake says every morning, same here. Kathy, me too, every freaking morning. This is incredible. Let's see. Wayne King says I'd blame the groundhog. Pauline, let's see. Steve, not the old slugging alarm clock again, eh? And Joy sent a very sweet message saying it's your quiet time meant to spend time with the Lord. Quiet prayer time, Kimmer. And our little friend Gretchen said the number 333 is a sign associated with spiritual masters. It represents that one is protected and surrounded by one or more ascended spiritual masters who once walked the face of the earth. The number 333 can often show up after prayer or meditation to let one know that ascended masters are with them and they are here to guide them in their life at this particular time. By the way, in fact, there's this. I mentioned this before, talking to Pete one time here some time ago. Every day, I pray out loud. I never pray for myself. I never ask for anything. It's mostly a forgiveness thing. But every day I pray. I give thanks to God and my parents. Every day, as soon as at the first moment that I'm awake, every new day. And so this morning at 3:33, when I looked at the clock, no matter what time it is, if I'm awake, I make my prayer. I do an out loud prayer every single day out loud. So isn't that funny? When it's 3:33, 2:22, I am actually having a moment of spiritual grace or whatever.
I can personally attest to this. Many a time I've been in the same studio as Kimmer, and out of the blue, he'll just suddenly yell, Jesus!
I do. I mention God a lot in here. The name comes up a whole bunch of times. I'm just
One day he's going to answer.
Including our Savior Jesus. I mean, the man's right. It's a word spoken freely and usually pretty loudly. Anyway, 4:47 already. Holy crap. Here's Chris got a little something for you. We'll come back. But we're not going anywhere. We got so much for it. Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounder. And Holy Crap of Sports after 5 o'clock, too. That'll be fun. I got more Olympic stuff, you know.
If Minnesota has shown us anything, it's that the left will side with rioters over America. The real immigration crisis is inside blue cities, whose years of soft on crime, open border policies are now colliding with public safety. Atlanta's conservative news and talk station won't be swayed by headwinds of left-wing media. We'll always give you the facts from the most trusted voices in the country. XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
There's never been a better time to fall in love with Subaru. Now through March 31st, get award-winning vehicles and exceptional offers from a brand you trust during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Gwinnett. Explore the full lineup of hybrid, electric, gas, and wilderness vehicles, including the 2026 Subaru Forester and the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. Every Subaru is made with love and built to last, with dependability and value coming standard. Whether you're looking to match your adventurous spirit with the 2026 Subaru Outback or land on the reliability of the 2026 Subaru Forester, Subaru of Gwinnett has the perfect fit for your family. You'll love exploring in the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek. And the 2026 Subaru Legacy is what happens when we put the best of Subaru into a sedan. Plus, every Subaru model comes equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. There's a lot to discover and a lot to love at Subaru of Gwinnett. Come in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Start your engines and let's get ready for grass cutting season. Now is the time to visit the guys at Howard Brothers and learn how you can upgrade your Exmark mowing fleet or get your existing fleet in tip-top shape before the work starts. Exmark's Turf Tracer, Radius, Laser, these are all mowers designed with you, the professional landscaper, in mind. You can be confident that your job will be done to perfection with an Exmark mower. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Need to sell your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Exclusive Georgia members of Forbes Global Properties. Learn more at MikeFitzgeraldRealty.com. That's where you'll find Mike Fitzgerald.
You hear me talk about peach stain windows for a reason. When something works for Georgia homeowners, I'm going to keep talking about it. Right now, Jeff at Peach Stain Windows is offering 8 premium double-hung Energy Star windows fully installed for just $39.95. 8 windows for under $4,000. Jeff's been serving Georgia homeowners for 50 years. He knows our weather and what it takes for the windows to last, too. How about 0% financing for 12 months? PeachStateWindows.com, 770-485-8011. Make the uglies go away. PeachStateWindows.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
I couldn't hear you. I tried to talk to Chris. If my mic's on, I think it muted your mic. I was trying to find out. We got another news break line coming up. Flounder's funny, sorry. It's a Beatles. The old-fashioned Kimmer Beatles. Love Me Do, baby. 1963. The Beatles drove through the night from Liverpool to London so they could appear on the live lunchtime BBC radio program Parade of Pops. They performed Love Me Do and Please Please Me. Appearance lasted about 4 minutes. Then they turned around, drove another 180 miles back north for a performance that same night at the swimming baths in Dorchester, Yorkshire. Swimming bath, Dorchester, Yorkshire. They have too many names over there for their places. I hold everything. Wait, my Flounder sent us a message here. He's talking about Besant. Yeah, I saw Besant on Fox. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. Martin, you're on the radio. Happy Friday, Martin. Let her rip, man. What's going on?
Damn afternoon. Okay, I think you've provided the, I'm going to say ammunition.
Yes.
For solving a serious problem.
All right, sir.
You know how everyone in America, with exception to the entire Congress and Senate and probably their staff, are opposed, they're all in favor of term limits, except for the Congress and Senate.
Yeah, exactly.
So you were talking about the dueling that was occurring in the 1800s.
Yeah.
I think we should bring that back.
I like it.
And then you could use AI, and you could have, so-and-so contacting that party individual, and
I like it.
It looks real, and he's telling him what what he is, and then meet me out in the foyer.
I like it. And by the way, speaking of that, Mitch McConnell today turns 84. 84. Congress. Mitch McConnell.
It's not like Strom Thurmond wasn't older.
Yeah, unbelievable. I like
that
it.
That was a mess. I mean, coming out on the floor drooling.
I know.
Anyhow, so the other issue, maybe get Pete to do a little research. You need a straight head to do this, but
okay.
Do you think this waking up at the same time, these weird wake up? Do you think that might have anything to do with the recreational drugs?
No, but if you have some, I'd be very happy to. Oh, no, you meant, I thought you were trying to sell me some. No. Actually, no. I don't always wake up at 2:20 or 3 or 4. I mean, I wake up at different times. I'm just saying it's remarkable the number of times, like this morning when I woke up, take a look over there, and it's 3:33. I mean, it's just, it's not every night by a long shot, but it's frequently. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is goofy, but, so is the mind.
Yeah, true. Especially mine, so I have no explanation for anything these days. Martin, have a great weekend, man. Thanks.
Good weekend.
Thank you. I see a quick birthday thing here. I got a little something. Here we got. Where the hell I had what I wanted to do? Here we go. Lauren Ambrose. Remember that name? Lauren Ambrose is 48. She was that red-haired cutie, played Claire on 6 Feet Under, and she was also in Yellow Jackets. Lauren Ambrose, 48 years old today. And on this day in history, 1974, I worked this case. Man, was this a freaking event. The editor of the Atlanta Constitution, Reg Murphy, is kidnapped, lured from his home by a guy named William A.H. Williams, told Reg that he had 300,000 gallons of heating oil to donate to the poor. He went to the door. Williams abducted Reg Murphy, who was well known for his anti-Vietnam War stance. For 49 hours, Williams drove Murphy around the city, stopping to phone in ransom demands to the newspaper. Williams claimed to represent a right-wing militia group, insisted on $700,000. The managing editor, James Minter, delivered the money to Williams, and Murphy was released. Within hours, this guy Williams and his wife Betty were caught in their home outside the city with the money. Williams attempted a plea of mental instability, saying he had been abused as a child. That didn't really work. He was convicted. The motive was really not clear. He was sentenced to 40 years for kidnapping and extortion. His wife got 3 years of probation. Williams was granted a new trial in 1975, found guilty again, sentenced to 50 years this time. He served 9 years and somehow got paroled. And I remember this case because I got the phone call in the newsroom, working at the radio station, and I got a phone call about this, and I called Reg Murphy's house, and I talked to his wife, and I said, I know what happened, what's going on? And she said, well, I really can't. She really couldn't talk about anything, but I remember telling her, by the way, ma'am, and for all you FBI agents listening, this phone line is really bad. It's fuzzy and warping and chirping. It's obvious you guys are listening in. Just you might want to clean that up a little bit before the kidnapper calls again. Seriously, it was unbelievable. But I remember that case, and we were part of that whole story until it ended. They were calling us. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I scared the guy. It was 1974, morning that hit, doing the radio show, and all of a sudden that phone rings and called Reg Murphy's house. Mercy. Anyway, 4:58. How about a little Flounders Funny there, Chris? What do you got? One more in there probably for you somewhere?
This halftime show, man, I got all the hits. All the new jokes. Bad Bunny did it. Did you see that? Yep. You know, people had some problems about the Spanish, but here's my solution. If it's going to be in Spanish, you know, give us like, na 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 la bamba. Give us one word. That's all I need. I can jump on that. I'm perfectly happy. You can't have the whole song in Spanish. Give us tequila. All right. Now I'm into it. Now I'm waiting to pounce. I'll wait 3 minutes and I go, I know what's coming.
Who's that?
That was David Spade.
Oh, that was. Oh my God!
How did you not recognize that voice?
I did recognize when you said. I didn't recognize until you said it. And well, clearly that was David. And by the way, I used to when he was on Saturday Night Live doing stuff. I always liked his stuff. I've seen his stand-up routines. I've always thought he was a pretty funny guy. I don't know. Anyway, 4:59. Scott Besson said today the court did not rule against President Trump's tariff. They just as ruled that EP authorities cannot be used. The administration will invoke alternative legal authorities to replace the tariffs. And Donald Trump's already said everybody's getting 10% across the board, the whole freaking world, and it's going to do them all individually now. And so nothing may change very much. So we'll find out. Anyway, Kimmer Pete, Chris in for Flounder coming up on 5 o'clock. Holy crap! At sports, getting the latest on the news of the world, and have a little fun here and goof around till 6 o'clock. Beautiful day in the neighborhood too. Hope you're doing great. Have a great weekend. Back more. Hold on. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A detour for the president. Elisa Brady, Fox News. He's criticizing Supreme Court justices and planning a different route on tariffs after a ruling against his use of emergency powers.
The president calls the Supreme Court ruling disappointing and defective and says justices who sided with the majority ought to be ashamed.
They're just being fools and lapdogs for the rhinos and the radical left Democrats.
Still, the president says the administration will press ahead with an aggressive tariff policy using alternative presidential authorities.
There will no longer be any doubt, and the income coming in and the protection of our companies and country will actually increase because of this decision.
Among those alternatives, President Trump says he'll impose a temporary 10% global tariff on all imports.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries calls it a crushing defeat for a wannabe king. And California Governor Gavin Newsom calls for immediate refunds of unlawful tariffs. But Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent calls the ruling a loss for the American people, taking away the president's instantaneous leverage, also saying he does not expect any loss of revenue with the pivot to alternatives. Bessent also just telling Fox this about the economy slowing down to 1.4% growth in the fourth quarter.
What's concerning for me is the Democrats' willingness to crash the economy to make a ridiculous point. So it was this longest shutdown in history that caused the fourth quarter to crash.
Adding the administration still believes growth can top 3% this year. Police in Las Vegas just confirming they're investigating a car ramming incident as a possible terrorism-related event. The driver was from New York and died after crashing into a power substation in Boulder City, which is home to the Hoover Dam. Police say he called himself a terrorist in a message to his mother and had extremist ideology information in his hotel. America's listening to Fox News.
You know, one of the most rewarding parts of sharing Relief Factor with you is hearing real stories like Sandra. She wrote into me. She said, Glenn, I've been hearing about Relief Factor on your radio show for a couple of years. I finally decided to try it because nothing else was helping with my back pain. With the 3-week quick start, I went for it. I feel like a new person. Sandra's own words, and it's gratifying to hear. Thank you, Sandra. When I read stories like this, I remember how I was starting to lose hope, and it feels good to help people all over America live pain-free again. It was created by doctors. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free product using 4 key ingredients that supports the body's natural inflammatory response. And hundreds of thousands of people have ordered Relief Factor, and like Sandra and me, over 2/3 of these people go on to order more month after month. So try it yourself. The 3-week quick start. See how Relief Factor could be a game changer for you as well. Call the number 800-4-RELIEF, 1-800-4-RELIEF, or go to relieffactor.com. Don't wait any longer. Get out of pain today.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a blank, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the giver. And I'm laughing particularly more uproariously because I have a gentleman outside my window walked by, going to see 680, the fan people, stopped and turned around and was staring at me while I'm yelling into the microphone, doing my herping and nose. It's all right, sir. I think he called for security. Anyway, Giver Pete and Chris in for Flounder. 504, how's it going? Here's the number, 404-741-1230. 741-1230 if you'd like to join us, and why not? It's a beautiful freaking day. Here we go. It feels like spring, but again, don't get too goofy, but it's all fine. Everything's fine. A couple of things here. I forgot, on our birthday list, Pete Davis, you'll remember this, DJ's birthday. We used to work with a girl named DJ. She ran the office. She was like the business manager and comptroller or something. I don't know what her title, but she knew what she ran the joint basically, paperwork type stuff and business things. And for some reason, 2 things about DJ. First of all, there were about 3 times, I think within the same day, when I was talking to Wayne No Offense, our producer at the time, and there was and DJ, we would come upon DJ at an inappropriate time. For example, one example, coming up the elevator with Wayne No Offense into the office area. Coming up in the elevator, and I'm telling a joke, a dirty joke, a horrible man dirty joke. And so I get to the elevator is at the floor, and the door's about to open. And I'm going, so the guy said in the sick, holy cow, I really like to bump about. It's the door open. Everyone hit the one butt of 8 pounds of food. Go, hello, DJ. Because she was standing right there and just heard the punchline. And it was disgusting. And then I'm not making this up. Like 2 hours later, Wayne and I are having another discussion about something that came up. And again, it was like a filthy man thing. And we get the punchline, walk around the corner, and there's DJ again. Poor girl. I think it was like 3 times in one one day, and I kept saying, hello, DJ. I mean, it became a thing. Just crack up whenever she saw me. And the bottom line of this was, with DJ, I performed her wedding. As you know, I'm an ordained minister, as Pete Davis, and I performed her. She asked me to perform her wedding, and I did. In fact, I performed 3 weddings. The last one, His Hugeness, Big Dave Lavelle, and his lovely Kristen. I've been married all these years and still are happily. Anyway, so happy birthday, DJ, and fun memories of back day. God, this had to be 20 years ago anyway. 95, maybe 30 years ago. 30 years ago.
31.
Yeah, 31, 35. God, it could be 1991 or 2. Or 93, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway,
1995 is 31 years ago,
yeah.
Mr. Matt.
Oh, my God, I can't even believe it. I mean, how could that be possible? Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. 1995 is 31 years ago.
Yes. Yes, 30.
You can't think of it that way.
That's how time works.
I think 80s.
That's how time works. You know, the other thing, Chris, this is an old thing I love to do with kids. If you were to count, and ladies and gentlemen, we have an actual show here. I'm sorry. I got to stop this day drinking or something. I love to do this with children. If you were to count at a normally 1, 2, 3, if you were to count to 1 million without stopping. Now, see, you hate this. I think this is really fun. And I'll bet you some parent going to tonight talk to a kid and do this thing to show them what numbers mean and what time and stuff means. If you were to count to 1 million, 1,000, 2,000, it would take you 12 days. Okay? 12 days to count to 1 million without stopping. That's how long to count to 1 million. If you wanted to count to 1 trillion, it would take you 32,000 years. Without stopping. 32,000 years to count to 1 trillion. So when they talk about tax dollars, to count to 1 billion, it's like 3,000 years or something. I mean, that's how big those numbers are. When they talk about $1 trillion compared to $1 million, 12 days, 32,000 years. That really sinks when I do things like this. Sinks it in. Anyway, okay, here you go. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Oh, one more thing. Oh, by the way, I discovered how to look. I did get comments on YouTube, on my YouTube page, the Kimmer Show YouTube page. I just realized if I hit that little Q thing, I got to find it. On YouTube, if I hit that little Q thing up top, or I mean the bell, not the Q thing, the bell, it opens up the comments. Because I've never reacted in comments on my YouTube, and I got 1 billion of them here. I feel bad now. But anyway, I've been getting ripped on YouTube for the videos I put of the horses. There are a bunch of new horses at the stable. I used to have a horse here, Jack the Good Boy, and he crossed Rainbow Bridge. But I still go back every weekend because it's kind of like a family thing. And they let me play with the horses. Anyway, so I give treats to the horses. There are a bunch of new horses. And on video the other day, I showed them a video getting treats to the new horses. Well, I got ripped. People saying, you can't give treats to horses if you don't know they got permission from the owner. And they're right. They're absolutely right. You should never just do something to somebody else's horse unless you know the owner knows you're there, whatever. But I contacted Jenny, who runs the joint up there, who is just an angel. All the things she helped with Jack the Good Boy and everything. Anyway, love this barn up there. It's just the greatest people. And she said, no. There are 2 horses that I know that I have to give special attention to about treats, and everything else I have permission. Everything's fine. So all you folks are worried about treats for the new horses, everything's fine. Everything's good. And also, if there's a problem with a horse, the owners put up a sign on their stall, saying no treats or various things. So everything's fine. Everything's good. Don't worry. But thank you for your attention and your concern. But the Kimmer would never do anything without appropriate permission, and the horses are going to be fine. And I'll be back there in the morning, and I'll put video on there every day of the week, including today from last weekend. Okay, 5:09. Now we'll do the actual program. I don't even feel like it. What do you want to do else? We'll do some other. What else we got here? Hold on a minute.
You got a caller on the line.
Oh, caller. Oh, who is it?
Rob.
Hey, Rob, you're on the radio, man. How's it going?
Hey, guys. It's the first time I ever called in. I wanted to get you guys' take on the Iran situation, but I just want to tell you I'm in Kennesaw right now, and I can see horizon to horizon, and there's just an aircraft that transited the entire horizon in 30 seconds. So something's up.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Say that part again. You saw an aircraft. What now?
I'm near McCollum Airport in Kennesaw.
Okay,
and that's just little planes taking off land and all that. But I just saw a plane went from horizon to horizon in under 60 seconds.
Oh, they're stepping out pretty good then, huh?
well, see, I'm an Uber driver, and Wednesday night they had the landing lights on at Dobbins.
Yeah,
and that's really rare at night. So I just want to know what you guys think are what's going on in Iran.
About Iran?
And,
Well,
and then also send our thoughts and prayers to all of the families and the service members who might be in real fight really soon.
Well, let me ask you this. The latest I know is, obviously, Donald Trump is threatening to do something. Iran is threatening back. If we do, they will start attacking our bases and American civilians or citizens and military people in the area. So that one threat against another. Clearly, Donald Trump's going to do something. But here's my question. If he, I thought we destroyed their nuclear capabilities, and now the word is that they've been rebuilding them, and so we may have to go back and get them again. I thought they were plastered and they were underground and cemented over forever. So I don't understand what the next thing is, but I'll guarantee you this, and I totally agree with you. I would think that you, I don't know how you feel. Let me say this. I can't imagine that the American people in any way would want American troops going to Iran. I can't imagine. I don't know. What do you think?
Cameron, I don't believe that's ever going to be the case.
Yeah.
I actually watched this YouTube channel. It's a guy. I'm not going to push his thing or whatever. I mean, I'll tell
That's
you
all right. That's all right.
If you want to. But anyway, he's Iranian.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's Persian.
Yeah.
Because
that's the old Iran. That's the old Iran. That's Persian.
They hate the Islamic.
Yeah. Right.
Regime.
Yeah.
And everybody's for this, and they're begging for American help. And he has inside information because of Starlink and all these things, and it's a fascinating channel to at least get a little bit of things. And there's been a lot of internal sabotage that's been going on.
I'll bet.
In Iran right now, and we have moved so much over there. Something's
Well, and the other thing is,
it's going to light up.
Yeah, if I'm absolutely sure that Donald Trump knows. Our spies on the ground over there must know exactly what's going on. I don't think we'd have to do much to tip it over. I think if we did do something, the timing must be right, where Trump must know that on the ground something's ready to go. And if we did the tipping point, then the rest of it is they'll do their own regime change. I'm hoping that we don't have to. I don't think there's any way we'll have American troops in Iran. I don't ever see that. But something's up.
It has to come from the people themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like our revolution, it has to come from internal.
Yeah, he's going to do something to allow them to make the next move. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Just like the French helped us.
Yeah. Yep, Lafayette was 19 years old, for crying out loud. He came to the American Revolution. Anyway, hey, Rob, thanks, man. I got to run to a break, but thank you. I really appreciate it. Nice to talk with you. Great questions. And here we go. Give war a chance.
Pray for him.
I will. Absolutely. Semper Fi, my friend. 514. Can repeat Christopher Flounder and Holy Crap at Sports. And we're moving now, baby. Friday afternoon, sunny. It's like freaking 70 or something. Anyway, we're off and about. Pete's next. Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your XTRA 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the XTRA app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
70s, sunshine, some rain too. Growing season. Stovall and Company's ready for you. Paul and the boys, 11 locations, latest one in Canton. If you're a builder, contractor, putting in the yard and landscaping stuff, your wholesale landscaping supply company, Stovall and Company's got it all. They've got direct job site delivery. If you're in a hurry, you need something bad, check your window. It's probably right out in your driveway. They go above and beyond because, their name's on the door. And by the way, they've got all the, trees and shrubs and plants and flowers and, irrigation systems and sprinklers and concrete stuff to build a fireplace or a kitchen out by the pool or whatever you need. And if they don't have something you need, they'll tell you where else to get it. What a company, StovallInc.com.
Hey, Atlanta, if you're shopping for a compact SUV and automatically think you have to buy an import to get all the features you want, think again.
The 2026 Chevrolet Trax delivers everything the imports do, minus one thing, the higher price. And right now, you'll find the 2026 Chevy Trax at Jim Ellis Chevrolet, priced below $30,000.
A big reason more Atlanta drivers are choosing Jim Ellis when it's time to buy. At Jim Ellis Chevrolet, the Trax gives you modern styling, great fuel economy, advanced safety technology, and the everyday comfort drivers expect. expect.
You'll get a big touchscreen, smart driver assist features, and plenty of room for passengers and cargo, all in a compact SUV that fits your life and your budget.
When you compare it to the imports, the value is clear, and that's exactly what Jim Ellis Chevrolet is known for.
Enjoy a straightforward buying experience, transparent pricing, and a team that respects your time. That's the Jim Ellis difference.
Shop online at JimEllisChevrolet.com or visit Jim Ellis Chevy on Peachtree Industrial just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired, and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past, but there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension, but when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Retirement should feel exciting, not stressful. But if you're close to retirement or already there, have you ever stopped to ask, do I really understand the risks to my plan? Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Things like market swings, higher taxes, inflation, healthcare costs, even living longer than expected can slowly chip away at your savings if you're not prepared. And even solid plans can have blind spots. That's why we offer a retirement risk analysis. It looks at how your investments, income, and taxes could hold up in real-life situations, not just on paper. It helps answer the big questions. What happens if the market drops? And will your money last as long as you do? If you're within 10 years of retirement or already retired, give us a call, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com to schedule a complimentary retirement risk analysis. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you retire with clarity, confidence, and control.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Well, we may have some hockey good news coming up, but first, Kim Nat the Magnificent. The answer is Mississippi. Mississippi. And the question, what did the Southern hippie call his wife? And now, sponsored by Gligman's Flams. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Okay, it's only up from here.
There you go.
Braves begin spring training games tomorrow against the Rays. Can you smell it in the air?
I smell something indeed. I do.
They will bus a few minutes south to Port Charlotte. Right-hander Carlos Carrasco will get the start.
All right.
New Braves outfitter Mike Yastrzemski, Eli White, and new catcher Jonah Heim will be in the lineup.
Okay.
As always, you can listen to the Braves games on sister station 680 The Fan. Down the hall.
Oh.
They tested the new ABS challenge system during workouts yesterday. Ozzy Albies joking that him being vertically challenged will help him in this new system. Manager Walt Weiss on using ABS.
We don't have any hard, fast rules right now. We're going to watch this thing play out all spring, and then we'll start talking about the strategy of it all. But right now, it's just trying to feel out the strike zone and what it looks like, what it feels like. You know, there could be some competitive advantage if you use it well, for sure. There could be a competitive advantage.
Chris
Well,
Mad Dog Russo has a different take on the Tony Clark resigning as head of the Players Union story because of having an affair with a family member. Quote, I don't understand. This happens all the time, this stuff. Why would that be considered inappropriate? It's his sister-in-law. All right, so it's his brother's wife. I guess that's inappropriate. Isn't that a family matter more so than a union matter? End quote. They do things differently up there in New York City.
Jeez.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh, my God, man.
Speaking of interesting opinion, one thing I wanted to add to you.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani married his cousin. This Rhode Island tranny, she was also his cousin.
First cousin.
I don't want to hear
removed,
any more about
right.
Appalachia and anything else down here marrying
These are
cousins.
New Yorkers, people. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of interesting opinions about sex, former NFL quarterback Cam Newton did not sugarcoat his perspective on marriage and relationships during an appearance on a podcast. Newton, whose BET talk show 106 in Sports canceled this week after just one season, brutally honest when asked, do you feel like women's value gets lowered when they have multiple children by multiple men? Newton responded with, I just think that the reality to that answer is women's value get lower the more children they have. I was having this conversation with one of my mothers of my children, and she's still fine. Now, full disclosure, Newton has 9 kids with 3 different women.
Yeah, one of the mothers of his children, he said.
He has taken over from Evander Holyfield as the father of our city.
That's unbelievable.
Yertle the Fertile Turtle has 4 children with ex-fiancée Kia Proctor. He helps raise Proctor's older daughter. Very good. The ESPN analyst shares 2 children with photographer Lorena Shaw, their son and Shaw's older son from a previous relationship. Newton and his girlfriend Jasmine Brown welcomed a baby boy last July after the comedian gave birth to a daughter in March of 2024.
All right, so just to be clear, he takes care of the kids he has, and it looks like
he does.
But he also
And he
says women are bimbos and tramps if they have more than 2 kids out of with other every different man or something.
I don't think he used that
He
word.
said
I just think the
he
value
doesn't
goes
look as
down.
highly on him. He said doesn't respect him as much. Hell,
He
he's
also
one who
said-
knocked him up.
If they find another man and that man won't help with the other children, that she shouldn't be with that man. He should take her and the whole shebang.
How about just not doing stuff like that? Sorry.
Yeah, how about wearing a condom?
Just there you go. Just being nice.
But
being
then
a
again, he seems
gentleman,
to be doing the right thing.
Yeah, he
when
did take
does
care
knock
of him.
him
Yes,
up.
he does. That's a good sign. We appreciate
Somewhat.
that. Yep.
Chris will like this.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Steve Lundquist. Swimmer, Olympic gold 100-meter breaststroke, 4x100 medley back in 84, World Championship gold 100-meter breaststroke, 4x100 medley in 82. Born right here in Atlanta in 1961. Swam for Dynamo Swim Club, I believe, rival to Swim Atlanta. Is that correct, Chris?
It is.
Excellent.
All right, then. That's always good to get things right.
He
You like
actually
to stride
got a
sometimes.
pool named after him.
Sometimes.
He's got a pool named after him down in Jonesboro, right across from the prison down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Across from the prison.
Cool.
Cool. I saw him back in, gosh, I guess high school. I saw him. I had a friend who swam for Swim Atlanta, and I saw Steve Lundquist swim. I was like,
No
good
kidding.
Lord.
I remember that name now that you mention it. I don't.
The man from
blonde kid, is
Atlantis.
he-
I mean,
yeah,
blonde and bigger and
big guy,
everybody.
yeah.
And it's
I
just-
remember that now. Yeah.
20-year-old Elisa Liu became the first American woman to win an individual gold medal in figure skating in 24 years. She skated at Donna Summer's MacArthur's Park Suite. As she left the ice, Elisa looked into the camera and yelled, "That's what I'm blanking talking about."
Yeah, that's not
Clean that up.
Yeah, and then she said, "Holy blank!" After that too. That was a double.
Did you see her
word.
hair?
I did not. No.
It was the color scheme of a Cody Mundi. Look that up, kid. The tail of a Cody Mundi. It was very attractive.
I don't know what that means.
The U.S. women's come from behind win over Canada in hockey did more than take the gold. It broke the Great White North.
Mm-hmm.
Team Canada posting on social media a pic of their team and the caption, "Silver shines just as bright."
Yeah. Okay.
USA.
USA.
Go home, Canada.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
Adios.
The men are coming for
By
you
the way,
now.
yeah, Canada just came back from 2-0 down to Finland.
Yeah.
Okay, and they won, so they're going to go to the gold medal game against us because we're kicking Slovakia's butt right now. All right. The Canadians, I believe, were losing late in that game, and with about 90 seconds left, the referee, umpire, whatever they are, called a penalty. And the Canadians were able to tie the game. That's what someone just told me.
Oh.
The referee is Canadian.
Oh my!
How the hell?
God, how many
do the
times?
International Olympic criminals allow someone from the same country as the teams on the ice referee that game?
Yeah.
Just like the figure skating where the French team got more points.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that was way out of sync to everything else. That was obvious as hell.
You know how many Olympics we had where we haven't had to deal with these issues, but there's been cheating after cheating after cheating scandal in these games.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when the Eastern Europeans were around, or hell, the Russians were back.
And a lot of the cheating
And by the way, the
scandals have been
Russians aren't
Canada.
back. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's Canada. How many times are the Canadians going to cheat during these Olympics? The women's and men's curling have been accused
the
of
little
cheating.
finger trick there at the last minute over the line.
And now the Finns, Teemu Solani just posted, is like, oh, I guess we can't beat both Canada and their referees on the same day.
Wow.
And it was also in the Summer Olympics, Canada's women's soccer team got banned because they were cheating.
Yeah. It's all and it's propriety. It doesn't look good. They're the only referees that can do that game.
Yeah, that's
please.
not right.
All right. Well, every time I see these cross-country skiers using their poles to propel themselves, I always worry about the guys behind them and how they avoid getting skewered like a shish kebab by the poles in front of them.
Yeah.
How put an eye out or something.
Yeah.
But it seems it's the speed skaters that have to worry. Polish short-track speed skater Kamila Salier left covered in blood. Ice, blood everywhere, as a rival's blade sliced her above her left eye during the 1500 race today. She was put on a stretcher and wheeled out of the arena. Her eye is okay. It did not get her eye, but it could have easily just taken her eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dangerous stuff. Fresh from leading Indiana to the national title, Coach Kurt Signetti has finalized a contract that's going to pay him an average of $13 million a year through the 2033 season. And by the way, there's some people out there spreading rumors that the NCAA is going to look into whether they're going to take away the title because Indiana had ineligible players. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah.
Okay.
No one's going to pay any attention to the NCAA about anything ever again.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Longtime Georgia men's golf coach Chris Hack retiring at the end of the 2026 season. Hired as Georgia's men's golf coach back in '96. During his time leading the program, UJ won 2 national championships, 8 SEC titles, and a couple of big pro golfers. Bubby Watson won the Masters twice.
Yeah.
Brian Harmon won the 23 Open Championship. Hack was twice the National Coach of the Year and a 5-time SEC Coach of the Year.
Yeah. Well, I watched Bubba Watson when Bill Sheehan took me around the Masters. I watched Bubba Watson. Man, could that guy hit a freaking golf ball.
Yeah,
wow.
Make it curve.
Yeah.
Hawks win in Philly 117-107 last night. Jalen Johnson, 32 points, 10 rebounds. They host the Heat tonight. I'll bet you'll be down there.
Quanisha's got everything ready to go, bringing her cousin along, Joaquinda. Oh, man, this is going to be a woo-hoo.
Well, as you always like to
late
say,
tonight, baby.
2 knees, no waiting.
That's exactly true.
The NBA will invoke new anti-tanking rules for next year's draft. I read them and my eyes crossed. I have no idea what they mean.
I don't know how they're going to figure that out. Anti-tanking
it's all
to
kinds
get the
of
number one
convoluted stuff. It's just unbelievable. The Buffalo Bills are getting a new football stadium, and they wanted a family-friendly stadium.
Yeah.
Well, you better bring the pressure washer.
Uh-oh.
The Erie County Sheriff's Office investigating graffiti and vandalism at the new Highmark Stadium construction site, focusing on a series of what officials are calling pornographic graffiti and vandalism inside the $2 billion stadium.
Oh.
What did the graffiti consist of?
Uh-oh.
Well, Barstool Sports says it's schlongs. In fact, Barstool says the Buffalo Bills are the #1 schlong franchise in all of sports. I don't know why. I cleaned that up, too. I don't know why they called them that, but anyway.
Well, we can figure it out probably.
Did $150,000 worth of damage to 4 suites.
Oh, my.
They used an oil-based spray paint. It went into the granite surface, into the marble finishes, into the tile, into the wood, and even the floor. There's a $100,000 reward that leads to the arrest and conviction of the vandal. They got like 300-something workers.
Holy
You
cow.
can't tell me that not one of them's going to squeal?
Yeah,
Please.
it's a little funny there. Yeah.
Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham has opinions and a lot of time on her hands as she recovers from her knee surgery. First, she does not understand how curling is an Olympic sport, saying, when does a hobby become a sport? She then turned her gaze to L.A. women. Sophie's saying all women in Los Angeles look the same, don't look you in the eye, and worst of all, they don't dance.
Not wrong.
L.A. women have changed a lot since I lived out there. What were you saying there, Chris?
I said she's not wrong on that one.
They don't dance?
Okay, well, see, when I was in the 80s, L.A. women had a good time.
Well, now, Chris, what do you mean they don't dance in L.A.? How do you know this?
You know, I have friends that are out there and everything. And just the culture out there is completely different. Everyone looks the same. The guys all dress the same. The girls all dress the same. It's all about all influencers.
They're all following. They all got the nose ring. They're all following the herd. They're expressing their individuality by acting like a pig in a herd, basically.
Brutal.
Yeah, one of the reasons I left. 1923, future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Christy Mathewson became president and owner of the Boston Braves for $300,000. In 1929, the Red Sox say they're going to play Sunday games at Braves Field because Fenway Park was located too close to a church.
I didn't want to offend the church time. Wow.
1953, August Bush, seeing the purchase as a marketing tool for his beer, convinces the directors of Anheuser-Busch to buy the Cardinals for almost $4 million, keeping the Cardinals, the greatest fans in baseball, from moving to Houston.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. That's all I got to say. By the way, 1992, after Homer Springfield Nuclear Power Plant's team qualified for the final, owner Montgomery Burns hires Darryl Strawberry, Wade Boggs, Ken Griffey Jr., Steve Sachs, Ozzie Smith, Jose Canseco, Mike Scioscia, and others as janitors to win a $1 million bet with his Shelbyville rival. Although Strawberry, the only major league to play due to a series of bizarre pregame accidents, hits 9 home runs in the game, the lefty slugger is replaced by Homer Simpson in the last inning because Burns wants a righty to face the opponent's left-hander. So for what Jay has in the box, what did Homer Simpson do in his very important at-bat?
Struck out.
No, Chris, what do you think he did?
Got hit by a pitch?
He got hit. He was distracted by Montgomery Burns' hand signals at third base, and he got hit by the pitch in the head, passed out over the home plate, and the winning run scored.
I'll be darned. Well, there's sports history in a nutshell. 5:32, Kim Repeat, Christopher Flounder on Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes, and so much more coming right up here. Don't go away now. Go away later. It'll be fine if you go away later,
XTRA 106.3 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. XTRA 106.3 FM and the XTRA app.
Hey, Atlanta Safe House has got sales and rebates and specials going on all the time and celebrating their new location out on Union Hill Road. Mark's saying they got like 500 safes right there. And, of course, my first gun safe decades ago was a Browning, and they have more Browning and top brands, Fort Knox safes than anybody in this part of the country for that matter. And they're celebrating all these safes. They have teeny safes and great big safes they can build you. I've seen a safe in their parking lot. I'm telling you, this thing was, as big as a building. They can build you a vault door. They have electronic locks. And again, the best thing about these people that run the company business is not only that they protect your stuff, but they also protect your rights. They send off-duty police, firefighters, and military because you can trust them in your home or office. They can build you electronic locks protecting bows and arrows and jewelry and private drawers and the whole deal. They can build you a family storm shelter. I'm not making that up. Top brands, saving all kinds of money, rebates, and protecting your stuff. Like I found out the hard way, medical records, living wills, things you want to save. It's all right for you right now. Check them out on the web, atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog and our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Shop the new 2026 Toyota Tacoma. Well, get the truck you want and get it with protection most dealerships will not and do not include. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. And you can buy with confidence. Marietta Toyota is a BBB A+ rated business, and we're rated 4.6 stars on Google with over 11,000 reviews. Right now, we've got Tacomas in stock and more arriving daily, so you can shop selection instead of settling, while the best setups are available. Special APR is available on the new 2026 Tacoma, 4.99% APR for 72 months for well-qualified buyers. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 3/2/26. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
Start your engines and let's get ready for grass cutting season. Now is the time to visit the guys at Howard Brothers and learn how you can upgrade your Exmark mowing fleet or get your existing fleet in tip-top shape before the work starts. Exmark's Turf Tracer, Radius, Laser, these are all mowers designed with you, the professional landscaper, in mind. You can be confident that your job will be done to perfection with an Exmark mower. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade your home's comfort, this is it. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to announce the 29th annual Winter White Sale, and it's our lowest pricing of 2026. For a limited time, everything is on sale. Heating and cooling systems and complete home performance solutions with rebates and discounts up to $2,300. Are you dealing with hot or cold spots in your home? Energy bills that just keep climbing? Or unhealthy indoor air affecting your family's comfort? Central has the solution. As your trusted carrier partner, they install industry-leading carrier systems backed by strong warranties and peace of mind that comes with proven performance and efficiency. With 79 years experience, Central Heating and Air Conditioning knows how to design comfort solutions that work, not just today, but for years to come. This is your chance to save big during Central's 29th annual Winter White Sale, but it won't last long. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
The Morning Extra, every weekday on your drive to work on XTRA 106.3 FM and the XTRA 106.3 app.
When they come over to our side of the house and they're trying to talk to people, we're like, I'm sorry, you need an ID to be over on this side. and they sheepishly just smile because they know they're in the wrong. Some people are idealistic enough to not believe and not to know and to be purposely naive, in my opinion. But most of them, I was just brought it up to them yesterday. I was going through the Democrat side to get to my side from the entry. And I said, excuse me, you need to get out of my way. This is voter suppression because they wouldn't let me get to the voting box. and then as I was going by, I said, hey, by the way, did you notice that John Ossoff had a town hall in Georgia, really well attended? Huge rally. And guess what? Every single person there had to have a government-issued ID to get in. How about that? Total hypocrisy, and they do it all the time.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is XTRA 106.3.
If the Democrats thought all those millions of voters Biden let in were going to be Republican, they'd demand fingerprint tests, eye tests. Anyway, Kim Repeat, Chris in for Flounder, and Jimi Hendrix screaming away here with his guitar action there. There we go. 1989, though, this was kind of interesting. I'm sorry, 1959. I got my thing on here. 1959, Jimi Hendrix made his stage debut when he played a show at the Temple de Hirsch Sinai Synagogue in Seattle. In 1959, in his debut, Jimi Hendrix was 16 years old. Let's see a couple of birthdays. Pete Davis sports birthdays. Charles Barkley, 63. Roger Penske, the racing star, 89 years old today. And Hall of Famer Phil Esposito, the hockey star. Phil is 84 today. Quick couple of hotties. Cindy Crawford's birthday. Famous Pepsi commercial and, well, you know, the whole deal. Was she married to Richard Gere?
Who?
Cindy Crawford?
Yeah,
wasn't she married to Richard Gere? Right. Cindy Crawford is 60, and Jennifer O'Neill. Jennifer O'Neill stole my heart in the movie Summer of 42. Boy, was she beautiful. And the story of the teenage boy, the seduction, and her husband just died or something. So anyway, Jennifer O'Neill was also in Rio Lobo. Jennifer O'Neill is 78 years old today. And a quick update on sports thing here, too, Pete, in history. On this day in 1998, Tara Lipinski became the youngest gold medal winner. She began skating in 1988 when she was 6 years old. Became the youngest gold medal winner in the Winter Olympic Games in Japan on this day in 1998. She is also the youngest female Olympic figure skater champion and the youngest individual gold medalist since 1928. And I haven't seen enough of the coverage of the Olympics. It says here she's still giving commentary on NBC with Johnny Weir. Is that still? Have you seen her? Have she been on TV this week?
Yeah, I think they've been doing it. Yeah.
I had such a crush on her. I thought she was just adorable, teeny little spinning around there like she did. In fact, hold on, just a quick thing, just give her credit.
She's doing ads for somebody, TJ Maxx.
In the long program, she managed 7 triples, including a triple loop combination, a triple toe half loop triple sow cow, which was enough to beat Michelle Kwan and win the gold medal. How many times have you heard that who's that little guy with a funny little teeny guy? It's a triple sow cow and a triple toe loop. It's
Dick Button?
Yeah, Budden. Don Budden or Button or whatever.
Dick
Button. Dick Button. Triple
Get his name
cow. Was he going to sue me? Anyway, 541. I'll do another thing. All right, Kimber, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Donald Trump has said he said the tariff decision by the Supreme Court is a disgrace. He's very disappointed in at least 3 of the justices, the more conservative, who voted along with the liberals. And he said, well, for that, we're just going to change everything. We did it. The court ruled basically that he did the wrong way to accomplish what he wanted by establishing goals. So what Donald Trump now says, okay, fine, I'll do it this way. He just put an across-the-board, worldwide 10% tariff, just on everything. And he's also going to go after the countries individually. And if he does that without saying it's some kind of a national emergency, he can still do the same thing. So it's going to mean more lawsuits and stuff. It will be dragging out. Plus, the court never mentioned anything about paying it back. They never said, this money's got to be given back. They just said he can't do it. So that just means, as far as I know, he can't do it anymore. But it didn't say anything about paying the money back. Now, they're suing. They're all suing to get the money back, but that doesn't mean they have the right to it.
I'm sorry. These corporations are finding out, just like the American people, once the federal empire steals your money, you don't get it back.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
What money?
Duh.
What money?
I haven't seen anything. You see anything?
I don't see any money.
I didn't hear anything.
Give me my Social Security money. What money?
Yeah. I got a little something here. Where's my little tail? Wet my beak.
Just wet my beak.
A taste.
A taste.
Just a taste.
Of my own money. Can I have a taste of my own money?
My money.
You told me I could have it. Then you stole it again.
It's not right. Oh, mercy. Anyway, I got a couple of leftover things I wanted to get to before I forgot. Oh, I had an idea. A couple things. I meant our caller Rob, I think it was, mentioned the problem about going to Iran. Are we going to have a war there? Was going to be troops, stuff like that. The USS Gerald Ford aircraft carrier is already there, ready to go do whatever they need to do. And a couple of facts were astounding to me. This aircraft carrier is the largest one we have. It's about 1,000 feet long and 250 feet wide. Now, 1,000 feet long is a little over 3 football fields. And 250 feet is, 80 yards? Okay, now if you put that 80 yards by 3 football fields, and on that ship, 4,500 sailors. 4,500 sailors on that ship.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. And 75 jet fighters. I know they're aircraft. 75 planes. And 4,500 men.
It's amazing.
God, man, that's just astounding to me. And 3 football fields. and ready to fight and ready to go. I mean, they like cocoons in their sleeping quarters. It's I can't imagine they're doing that for a living. Really, I can't.
I just worry about these new missiles they have. Whether they're
they're sitting ducks. If they have those little drone things, all of a sudden, any boat in the water now. That's the and
the hypersonic missiles and
Anyway, so and Donald Trump is threatening. Says we're coming.
How do you shoot something that goes up in the air like this edge of space and comes straight down at you, and it's the size of a missile? You got to hit just the front of it.
Perfect. Yeah,
that'd be kind of a hard thing to stop.
Sky Dome and Gold Dome and all that stuff. I mean, this is all. Who knows? But again, I guarantee you, China's got trillions of these teeny little drones that have like a little explosive charge in them, and they can go like hornets or something, or freaking what do you call those birds? Hummingbirds or something.
You put up thousands of those little explosive drones.
Yeah.
You can't fly a plane through it.
Yeah.
It'd be like a mesh.
Yeah. Brutal. 545. All right. Kim repeating Christopher Flounder. And another commercial about this guy, Rick Jackson. He's now got 4 points. He started off with 2 points he wanted to make. Now he's got 4. I can't wait to hear the next one to see what he's going to do for. I mean, this is really astounding. And I'll bet you he's making I'll bet the other Republican candidates are going nuts.
Oh, yes.
Just because his commercials are great. Anyway, Kim repeating Chris, 546. Flounder will be back Monday. Don't worry, everything's fine. On 106.3. Happy Friday. Here we go. Stand by. One more whack at it here. Stand by.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
The Braves 2026 gate giveaways are here, and this season is packed with must-have items. From the Braves Legends collection featuring iconic Braves alumni to the crossover jersey collection with Braves basketball, football, hockey, and soccer jerseys, there's something for every fan. Plus, fans can look forward to some new additions like a Hawaiian shirt, cowboy hat, and a bobble card series. It's part bobblehead, part baseball card. Visit Braves.com/promos to see the full lineup and grab your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
We found a better way for customers to buy a car, an honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. The honest car guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Matt, where does confidence actually come from?
Well, Brooke, most people think it's about faking it or achieving more. But real confidence starts with something simpler, self-awareness.
So how do you know if you're self-aware? And more importantly, how do you increase it?
That's where our image process comes in at howpeopleseeyou.com.
Is that the same process made famous by casting director Sam Christensen from MASH?
Yeah, and today it's helping corporate professionals show up with clarity and authenticity because confidence starts when who you are matches how you're seen. Learn more at howpeopleseeyou.com and sign up for a free preview event. That's howpeopleseeyou.com.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mark O'Brien, President and CEO of Lake Point Sports, the premier travel and youth sports destination.
So Lake Point Sports, it's recognized as the premier travel and youth sports destination in the country. And so while it's here in greater Atlanta, in the state of Georgia, we have over 2.5 million visitors coming to the campus from all over the world throughout the year. Our predecessors, they did a tremendous job really pulling together the 1,300 acres, and they had an incredible vision on what this could be. And it's not only, what it is from a sports destination, but from an economic impact perspective. So we generate well north of $100 million of economic impact annually.
To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit georgiapower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
I'm Rick Jackson. My dad abandoned us. My mom was an alcoholic, so I left the projects. Shoe shining, ticket scalping, vacuum sales. I found purpose in work and built a $3 billion business. Like President Trump, I don't owe anybody anything. And like you, I'm sick of career politicians. I'm running for governor to lead America in criminal deportations, to cut income taxes in half, freeze our insane property taxes, reform the system so that anyone who can work will work, and not just sit around binge watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. I'll let law enforcement do their job. And if you're caught helping a child change their sex, you're going to jail. I'm Rick Jackson, and I'll get these done. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
He added 2 more things in his commercial. I tell you, the guy's making inroads, that's for sure. Buddy Holly, 1958, billed as the Big Gold Record stars, Bill Haley and his Comets, the Everly Brothers, Buddy Holly and the Crickets, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Jimmy Rogers all appeared on the first date of a 6-day tour of Florida on this day in 1958. Good heavens. Kimmer, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder till on Monday. Denise is on the radio. Happy Friday, Denise. How's it going? What's up? What's the matter?
Lost her. She hung up.
Oh, bye. Sorry, Denise. That's all right. If you call back if you feel like it. We'll be here for a while. 404-741-1230. A couple of quick birthdays. Sandy Duncan, the actress who was in Hogan Family, and she played Peter Pan on Broadway. Sandy Duncan's 80. Rihanna's 38, the singer. Brian Littrell of the Backstreet Boys is 51 today. French Stewart, we mentioned his name the other day, was in Third Rock from the Sun and Mom. French Stewart is 62. Miles Teller was in Whiplash, Divergent, and the new star of Top Gun Maverick. Miles Teller's 39 years old today. And on this day in history, 1954, Ford unveils their new 2-seater, personal luxury car, the Thunderbird, at the Detroit Auto Show in 1954. Ford built it to compete with the Corvette, but emphasized its comfort and drivability more than being a sports car. Ford called it personal luxury, niche they created because it felt the market for sports cars was too small. The 55 model Thunderbird sold 16,000 units. Chevy Corvette sold 700. Feeling that a 2-seater limited sales, the Thunderbird was designed and redesigned as a 4-seater for 1958. Over the next few years, sales of the new 4-seat version were triple that of the previous. In fact, the 58 was probably my favorite model of the Ford Thunderbird. What do you got? Which one you got there?
This is how weird life it is. 15 minutes ago, I looked behind me and saw this Hot Wheels, and they were talking on Nick and Chris's show on 680 earlier today. They were talking about Hot Wheels, and I was looking at this thinking Hot Wheels. And I happen to have one behind me. I looked up. It's a 57 Thunderbird.
I'll be darned. Now, the 57 was still a 2-seater with a fin. The 56 Thunderbird, 55 and 56 had a rounded taillights. The 57 had the fin taillight. The 58 had the box taillights, the 4 of them, and the 4 headlights in the front. And it was a 4-seater. And that was I forgot what they call it. It had a nickname. I can't remember what the hell it was for the 58.
I have no idea where this came from. I don't remember ever having this car.
Really?
I had a Mako Shark, a green Mako Shark Hot Wheel. That was my favorite car. And back then, the hoods would come up. They don't do that anymore.
Really?
I have no idea whose this is.
I'll bet one of your ex-girlfriends planted that to kind of put a hoax on you, like a what do you call it? A
hex?
A hex.
Are you saying they're witches?
I'm saying they're witches. I'm just saying.
Well, if you didn't, I would.
Well, that one I had kind of a little crush on, I got to say, just for the record, anyway.
That 58 Thunderbird was called the Square Bird.
The Square Bird, yeah, but there was another name
square.
too.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, it was square. front and back.
Yeah.
It looks same, but it was the first 4-door convertible. The Thunderbird did too, by the way. What's that?
Do you call her a witch?
No,
I thought
no,
you liked her.
Oh, I did. No, I knew that. She had a little witchcraft about her. No, I thought she was. I liked her a lot. Yeah. No, I thought she was kind of sorcery.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Let's see. What the hell? Oh, a couple of quick things in the news. The United States now is demanding that all bus drivers and truck drivers must take their driving tests in English. Period. Oh, and by the way, speaking of that international stuff, I found another story today that I found this was absolutely freaking unbelievable. The latest statistics came out today. The Department of Homeland Security has information on the people who came in here and where they came from. Countries whose total national populations illegally enter the United States in the crossings under Biden. The countries in which most nationals live in America now are Nicaragua, Cuba, Haiti, and Honduras, according to the information. But listen to this, he says, according to the Biden area people, 8% of the entire population of Nicaragua illegally entered America. Let me say that again. 8% of the entire country of Nicaragua sneaked in here illegally. 7% of the entire nation of Cuba. 6% of the entire nation of Haiti. 5% of all Hondurans came in illegally into America. I mean, and by the way, I got an idea. When they arrest a criminal and all these when these ICE protesters all over the country and everything else are complaining and causing trouble and everything else, when they are out to prevent a rapist from being arrested, then when the DHS does get the rapist, they need to take the rapist to the house of one of the ICE protesters and say, "Here he is. Here's the guy you saved. Here he is. Congratulations. Here's your new neighbor," and drop him off in the neighborhood. And see how happy that makes him. You wanted him saved. You wanted him out of custody. Here he is. You take care of him. How long that would last. These freaking people. I mean, the nerve of these people. And today, 300 more Virginia high school students walking out of class in an anti-ICE thing. 300 of them got suspended the other day, and now they're having another whole statewide walkout to support hating ICE agents. And the camp, I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, here we go. The country, I'm telling you this, you can't even talk to people. All right, hold everything. We had one last Flounders Funny with Chris at the board here. What do you got? One more shot. Here, be good.
I played baseball, too. When I was 13, I was playing baseball. And one time I was up to bat, and I get walked. So I take my base, I get to first base, and I turned around, and the catcher was still standing there, and he was holding the ball. And he's, like, staring at me. Like, he was, like, daring me to run. Like, he was like, just go. I bet you can't make it. And I was like, all right, man, I'm going to go. So I just ran. When I ran, he threw it over through second base. Ball goes in the outfield. So then I run to third base. The outfield grabs the ball. They overthrow third base. My third base coach is telling me to go home. This is about to be an inside-the-park home run off a wall. I'm going to be on SportsCenter. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened in baseball. And I slide. There's a play at the plate. And that's when the umpire tells us that it was only ball 3. I swear. It's a true story. So we all have to get up. I'm like dirty for no reason. I got to go get my bat. It's right where I left it. I got to just drag it. I got to bat again. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, immediately strike out. I'm exhausted and over baseball. And I just looked at the ump, and he was like, you can go now. Here's what I learned, though, that day. I learned that if you're confident, you can get away with quite a bit. Because no one tried to stop me, and they should have, you know? They knew I wasn't supposed to go. That's why the catcher was holding the ball, because he was like, I don't think he's supposed to be going yet, right? And then I just ran to second. He's like, I guess I'm wrong. No one's that dumb, you know? And then he just launches it into the outfield, who's barely paying attention. They think it's a hit. And the umpire figures it out, but it's just easier to let me get all the way back to him, you know? Let me feel what it would feel like. You know what's great, too? No one ever told the parents. They never explained it to them. They were cheering. It's a pretty exciting play to watch. And then they just see me slide into home and then just stand up and bat again. And they just are like, is that just a rule in baseball? I don't even know.
Nate Bergazzi, obviously.
Yep. Yes,
hey, Chris, thanks for filling in, man. Really appreciate it. Best of luck with your swimming, folks. And Pete Davis, have a weekend and say hi to your sweet Nobella. And I've even got no LaBelle, Lori. And God bless America. I got to go. You're killing me, Christine. Sing me home, baby. Look out, Herb. Go Braves. Stand by.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
He says he will keep fighting. I'm Lisa.